Good morning, everybody. Happy 8 days till Christmas, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I'm not great at math. Get your gifts. Get sorted out. I think there's cold weather coming. And if you're Saskatchewan or southern Alberta, you stay safe. The roads are atrocious, apparently. High winds, heavy snow. No bueno. No travel. Stay home. Just stay home and chill out. It is Wednesday, I believe, and Wednesday's a great day because we got the Noodler coming on in a little bit.
Oh, good.
He always brings some cheer, even if it's not the Christmas spirit. Banter brought to you by Bet365. Player props, game props, totals, and the money line. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. I'm not sure how Pinder did last night. Download the app and get in the game. Be over 19.
Luckily, I laddered Macklin Celebrini shots, so it was a good night. Didn't have that in our bets, but he was excellent last night.
He's a talented youngster.
Very talented youngster.
Very talented. And the barn burner, the super chat. Thanks, Dino. Yep. We love the super chat. Doing good things for the youth centers of Calgary. You people are. We read your, what I've said, recipes, ideas, suggestions, inputs, math equations. Money beside. Well, we're good.
It's just interaction. Interaction with the people.
We love mixing and mingling.
Yep.
Can't wait till Friday.
Oh, so much mixing.
We're in the McLeod Law Studios, Dino. You call McLeod Law when you go sliding down a hill and you take out a dog.
Right.
And
how's that going for you?
Your world goes a little bit sideways. You know who you call to get it
straightened
back on track? Mm-hmm. Call the good folks down at McLeod Law.
Nice.
Peter Klein, Shane King, whatever you need. They
whatever
can
you
handle
need.
pretty much all your lawyerly needs.
Litigation. They're great at it.
Mm-hmm.
So great at
I don't even
litigation.
compete with them when it comes to litigation.
No, it's their passion.
I don't even try.
It is their passion. How we doing, everybody? How we doing?
Wednesday. Here we go.
Pretty good today.
Yeah. Good energy in here.
Yes. Lots of strays collected today in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's some extras kicking around. That's all right.
Not sure about the people that are hanging around.
Someone was
riffraff.
Rooting around in our shit.
Allegedly.
I got an idea who it was because I watched his idiot face on TV last night.
I don't think that's
you know who I'm talking to.
Somebody was definitely moving because we did the show here. We were all here yesterday, right? And then we all left. And then I don't know what happened. But there's cord stuff. There's things that's just.
My hat was strewn about.
I'm not sure what the hell's going on.
I don't like when things move around in my studio.
No.
It stresses me out.
We've put a lot of time in
to
having things set up where things don't need to move.
You have a new segment, Jack's an 80-year-old.
Yep. Boomers rubbed off on Jack.
Oh, yes. All the guys to rub off. Doesn't want to leave his house. Can't sleep. Exhausted.
Just a respect. It's a respect thing. You come in, kind of put things back. There's stuff sitting around.
That's the Pinder sends his kids over to people's houses. He runs roughshod.
Oh, they run roughshod at our house.
Go to Pinder's house, start moving his bong around.
Are you better today?
I'm feeling like an 8 out of 10 today. Yesterday I was about a 6. We're almost
okay.
there.
So for future reference, when you're a 6, stay away from me.
I think it's something with the lights. Call me crazy. Like no issues yesterday. I get here, sit in front of the lights, nose starts running. You know, like when you get in your eyes start running in light.
You think I'm kooky?
Well, my eyes do, but
like in the eyes and the nose, they can't be far apart. Get some glands in there. I don't know.
I'll start doing this.
You'd be proud of me, despite being labeled as a degenerate alcoholic by my co-host. I went to a Christmas party for 2.5 hours.
And pothead.
No, don't like pot. Not good for me.
But like
fun guy for sure.
Things that I've accused you of being.
Yes. Yeah. 6 Perriers, lots of schmoozing, tucked in nice and early.
This is where you get it all wrong. The respect would come from being able to say, no, I'm going to go home and sleep. I don't need to go out, whether it's Perrier or Temple or whiskey sours or old fashions. You're just spreading germs.
So I don't have a drinking problem. I have a socializing problem.
You definitely have a FOMO. What's that mean, Dino?
That's the fear of missing out.
That would be.
There's a bit of FOMO.
Yeah. We're wired differently, which is, I think, why the show works. but like I get energy from being around people and socializing, and I think it like drains me.
I know how it works because
I love this.
What happens is he gets in a group of people and he absorbs their energy, and they leave their.
Yeah.
Holy
They're-
Christ!
they-
That guy just ran over me.
Yeah,
Like,
they have Pinder exhaustion.
yes,
Some do, yeah.
And
It's fair. If you're an
and
introvert.
he's
the
energized.
steam train.
I'm gonna
right
sap
over
your
me.
energy. It's my super skill. If I was an X-Men, I would just
Yes.
take
come
all
in
your
there and give
energy.
you a bunch of Owen Say stats
Oh, and say, how's he
and
doing?
Devin Cooley
Mhm.
trends and that, and then
No, there's lots of Oiler
off
honks
to the
among us.
next stop. Yeah, the Oiler honks.
Just so you know, I can't stand the Oilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell him. You tell him.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Fellas,
Oh,
What's going on now?
does it work?
He asked for a free shirt. I get him a free shirt. Doesn't wear it.
He's a word that's tight, I think.
No, it's a lot of X's.
He's
Well,
not,
I
look
usually
at
get
him.
dressed
Look
at home and
look
then
how
I-
dressed up he is lately.
I know. What's
Folks, you
going on?
noticing this? This guy,
Holy.
kind of a big deal.
You selling bonds and
maybe
Mutual
I got a little
funds or
something
what?
on the side.
oh,
You got
A side podcast.
you got a side piece.
Yeah.
Dean Bigelow, male gigolo.
Yeah. I leave
Best
here and then
Christmas ever.
Oh wow.
got this other.
Spreading Christmas cheer.
Laying pipe. Who was
Yeah.
that singer? The Canadian?
They're in 4K. That podcast.
Do the Bearcat? What was that? Who's that guy?
What is that guy's name?
David
Wilcox.
David Wilcox. Laying pipe.
God, I wish we
Do
could
the
play
Bearcat.
music.
Fellas,
What?
Shark 6, Flames 3.
We are so back.
I tried to be positive yesterday. Screw you, Flames.
Everything to be positive about. Canucks got a shutout win. Flames lose. Oh, everything coming up. Mission McKenna.
Yeah, 6-3. The Sharks, as we maybe expected, judge them not so much on that 2-0 shit burger they served up at the Dome about a month ago.
I was
Oh no, you're right. It was. Yeah.
that hockey.
Last night, 6-3. A 4-point night for fantasy hockey
Macklin Celebrini.
player Macklin Celebrini.
Yeah, he's good at fantasy hockey.
I mean,
I
fantasy
like
hockey.
how you guys have spun this. This is great.
It's his words. I've spun shit.
Okay.
you can't just finish at the bottom and draft superstars. That's fantasy hockey. It's working for the Sharks because in real hockey, you fucking look good.
Did it work for the Avs? Like, is that McKinnon?
Yeah, McKinnon went one. That was fantasy hockey.
I hate.
Where did McDavid go?
I hate
Is that
the
fantasy
Oilers, but
hockey?
I feel like he went.
Like I
Ekblad, Barkov, fantasy hockey.
not
Eichel, fantasy
fantasy
hockey. Crosby, Malkin, fantasy hockey. Boy, there's a lot of fantasy hockey guys winning cups.
What's that good song? Life is
just a fantasy. Yeah, I like that. It seems to work out 90% of the time.
It's not a perfect science, Dean.
But then when it doesn't work, well, I mean,
Oh,
but yeah, I mean, look,
yeah,
you can't just
yeah,
bottom
yeah.
out. You do this. I mean, does Ottawa want to stand?
Look what happens when I split aces against the six. I lost. You see, it doesn't work all the time.
Ooh.
Just keep splitting your aces against sixes.
Just do whatever you got to do, I guess. I'm just sending this to Jack because I just wanted to.
It was interesting and you saw it, so you want.
No, it's the kid's something else. Third career 4-point game.
Jeez, he's piling them up.
That is the 5th most by a teenager in NHL history, and he will be a teenager this entire season.
So the whole
He has a late birthday doing this.
Ever.
Oh,
Jimmy Carson had 4.
Oh, JC.
Jimmy.
Dale Howardchuck had 7. Sidney had 8. Gretzky, 14 or so. But that's not the bar we're using. That's not the measuring tool that we're using. We're
playing real hard.
we're just appreciating the skill, and you saw a lot of it last night. He's one of the best players in the world. It's
not, is he going to the Olympics? Is he on the top line? That's where we're at right now.
everything's happening at an incredible rate, Harry.
Mm-hmm.
Skating, edge work, hands. Hang on.
Jack's just horny.
I know he's always horny.
Well, he's trying to read Dean. The Dean's hard to read. You got to spend about a
It is
decade
hard.
with him.
Ah, now
before he get comfortable.
fucking Noodles is here.
He'd like to watch.
No, it's all right. It's okay.
Sorry, but
Our pre-show meeting,
No,
you
it's
didn't go
okay,
over this.
Jack.
That's
Wait,
weird.
sorry.
Yeah.
I blame Almo.
I still did catch myself a little bit when they were, when it was 2-2. I still kind of, it's the inner turmoil.
Did you catch yourself at 5-3 or was that already curtains? You're not going to score 6.
Gosh, when they're getting close to scoring
I
chance.
don't like when you get emotional. Just shows
But when
shows
it's
you
all
care.
over, it's like, it's for the best.
This guy's pro, though. He doesn't get sucked in. He's unbiased. He's a pro.
He is not the paper bag or the plastic bag in a windstorm.
He is 6 days away from sharing a ice level snuggle fest with Rob Ray, too. So I'm excited to hear from him.
Yeah, he's gonna...
6 days.
That got some traction in
I got some
Toronto.
Yeah.
Really? I don't follow Toronto.
Time to the Insider Hotline, a presentation of Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating. Solution for all budgets, including financing, affordable payment plans. It is already winter, but it's not too late. You've had one kind of cold snap. Did everything work like it should? It's like, oh, geez, kind of cold in this house. Well, it could be that your furnace isn't operating correctly.
Does it always make that noise?
Should it be doing that? Not sure. Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating, 403-219-4100. crystalclearcalgary.com. Crystal Waters. The only thing that pops into your head when something goes sideways or when you're thinking about it, Crystal Waters. Get it done. To the Insider Hotline we go with Jamie McLennan.
Look at this.
Oh,
Is he in the Great White Cultural Capital?
I am. Look what I've got in.
There they are.
look.
Are you at Mama's for Christmas?
Oh,
No, I'm literally at Mama's for 1 hour, literally. I fly back in a couple hours. So,
are we taking up mom time? Let's go. Let's get this interview over with.
you know what it is I've got to get to the bottom of this because I've got a lot of people saying that you guys manufactured the Rob Ray thing. Like there's like this, and I think it's not you, Pinder. It's you, not you, Boomer. It's the guy in the middle.
Well, long arms?
Yes, old long arms. Ozempic long arms.
Yeah, they are. You can play this game. Yeah. You're going to have Ray and Warner double teaming you here.
I don't know what you're alluding to.
I mean,
I'll say this because you and I, we were texting back and forth.
Yeah.
I will say this. What you saw in that clip it's not doctored.
That's not AI.
We were having a discussion about the Buffalo Sabres and Kevin. This again, this happened a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And we were talking about these hard decisions you have to make as a general manager. You've said it, got to be a sociopath. And I said, Jamie McLennan, we were right in the middle of that. And he's
Jumps in.
that exact exchange. It's maybe tightened a little bit for time, but really there's very little in there.
The problem
Who's
is
that? Jamie McLennan. Oh, Noodle.
the response from you guys is fishy. That's what bothered me. Like I
saw you on over. I saw you with the O-Dog. And you're like, the guys, they didn't come to my defense. They didn't say anything. Oh, no, Jamie's a great guy.
nothing,
Rob Ray's sitting right here.
nothing to see. Like it was just like, okay. Like to me, that was like, okay, are we in like a wrestling? Like, am I the heel now? Like all of
Is
a
it
sudden,
a gimmick?
the wrestling script.
I know who wouldn't take your side either if he was sitting here. Is O-Dog. There's no way he's
He was
stepping in
scared shitless
between
just
you
hearing
and
the
Rob
story.
Ray. There's no chance.
This, you guys know, and this is the thing. I've been sent by my producers. Like they were like, when Rob actually got hit in between the benches twice or whatever, we had it on our broadcast, I think like the next day or 2 days later. My producer, Sam Cincerello, who watched the clip, he watched the show. He actually he said to me, he goes, show everybody this clip. We went out of our way to say, legend, Rob Ray, all of these things. He goes, this is long before you made the mascot head comment. And I said,
So you did make it, eh? It wasn't fabricated.
I went back and found the clip. Yes, I have to own it.
I can tell you, you've said it on our show too.
I actually used the word with love too. And I go, with all due respect and with love, he's a big dude. That's it. So anyway, my point being, like, I feel like there was manufactured over drinks or something the night before. With that.
He doesn't drink.
You led the witness. But
He doesn't drink.
I've
I
seen
can't
you
lead. Zach, I look like he gets led.
You know, I have 10-year-old twins, and this is what I say to them a lot. Well, if it isn't the consequences of your own actions.
Fair enough.
But the nice thing about it,
But I owned it. I'm not. I'm at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do about it. You disarm people with the truth and say, I said it. I apologize. hopefully move on.
Well, the nice thing about it is you'll be face to face with them in a small box here coming up in a couple days.
for
It'll
3
be
or 4
just fine.
hours.
I don't know what you're
Confined space,
It'll be good.
Give him a hug.
There's
very
a
few escape routes.
Exactly. Like
It's
there's
going to be the most.
there. You can stuff me in it.
Well,
And I
you know
see
what?
this
Hot.
goal in the game like this.
I'll just stick it in the NHL that
Oh,
night.
people can't wait.
A lot can be lost. I mean, hearsay, right? Well, so somebody said this about you, and then they said it.
Right.
I don't even like. Did the word mascot head coming like?
But the
Well,
thing-
I mean, let's take a look
Let's
because
just
maybe
look at the evidence.
maybe it exists.
Maybe it doesn't. Who knows?
When I'm in Buffalo beside him, I can't see around him. He is such a big man. Like he's got a head like a mascot, and I say that with love, but he's just a giant, giant man.
You can add whatever you want to it.
Yeah.
If I call somebody,
You know what that is? That's like doing the, no offense, but and then just crushing them.
Yeah. Dean calls me an alcoholic, but he does it with love.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot better for me.
Listen, I
No
found the
offense,
issue.
but
I need to own it, and I will. But at the end of the day, it's like it's not the most egregious thing in the world. I didn't feel like it was egregious.
I think you should
What
stand
bothered-
behind it.
What bothered me is the lack of friendship that I felt that I had on this panel. Like
Where's
that
this
was
game?
it.
Where's this game being played? Where you got to work with him?
In Ottawa next week.
I'm coming. I'm going to stand in there. I'm going to wear my referee outfit.
Yep.
I'm going to be right in between the two.
What I'd like to do is just go and see him before the game and say, "Hey, apologize." And
I'll send you his
here's a
number.
bottle of wine. What? Oh, he doesn't drink.
Doesn't
though.
drink.
he does not a drinker.
He doesn't drink.
Last time he drank, he went too deep. It was too much.
Okay.
Noodles, you do your homework. You research.
Yeah.
Who wasn't at the table to defend you that you know absolutely would have defended you?
Brett Warner.
No, he was at the table.
I was at the
Yeah, he had
table.
no
He's
on the
saying-
show
He's
that
trying to say
Pinder's
that
trying to put
Pinder
himself.
would've- Yeah.
No, I mean, Rob Ray was sitting at the table and started to. He's like, "That guy's a jerk."
If
So you're
I-
right, Rob. Yes.
Pinder was
Yes,
in,
sir.
were you at the table, Pinder?
We got 3 seats at the table, so I'm sitting over there. I'm like, ooh,
But you didn't chime in either.
I'm off mic.
He wasn't on the. He wasn't part of
It's-
that segment.
Which is odd for him because he always chimes in.
You could put your hand up and say, "I've got a question or a comment." Like that's what I would have.
I think. See, here's what I think. If I'm your manager, if I'm Bobby the Brain Heenan right
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm working,
Mhm.
I'm telling you, stick to it. Stick to your guns, Noodles. Play it out. Run with
Also,
it.
I was going to say, in the spirit of Bobby the Brain Heenan, neck brace, because he may not punch a guy who's already injured.
Yes.
Wear some glasses. And
Right? If you've got a neck brace and some
Pincher.
crutches,
I'd love to
Yeah.
have a go at you,
Lean
but I'm
into
Jamie. I mean, I was joking. Now I'm serious.
yes,
It
you
would be
have
great
to.
because you've talked about it on your show, and it'll be part of the thing. If you go cobbling in there with a neck brace and crutches,
Oh,
Maybe
man.
a arm.
That
your
would
arm
be
in a
so
sling.
good.
See, the
Like you
thing
got called for jury duty. You're pretending you got hit by a bus. I love it.
respectfully, though, I don't want to make light of it in case he's really pissed. That's my.
He's not.
He's not
really
pissed.
pissed.
He's got great
Never
comedic
been-
timing.
I was going to say,
Last time he was
Jeez.
mad, he was playing in the NHL, and Brashear beat the piss
So
out of
funny
him.
because you have no idea the amount of texts and calls I've gotten on that topic alone, to the point where I'll admit it's like I've been given an opportunity. They're like, if you don't really want to work that game, you can take the game
Oh,
off.
It's the barn burner bump noodles. You know all about this. Come on.
Well, I laugh because it's so funny. Like I talk to my bosses and I go, "Yeah, I'm going on Barn Burner. I got to talk about it." And they're like, "Okay, as long as you're comfortable." Because I'm like, I'm comfortable. Like it's. And the thing is that the weirdest part about it is, like, I have great conversations with Rob. Every time I see him, he's such a great guy to talk to. And for about a half a second, I was like, if he's really pissed, how do I make it up to him? Like, how do you, as a grown adults, like, we're not in high school anymore. Like, as grown adults, how do you make up to somebody, that you could say sorry, but is it a gift? Is it just they see it in your face? It's genuine. Like, it's different. If you argue with your wife or whatever, you say you're sorry, you move on. Like, that's, is there a gift? Should there a gift be involved? Like, what do you
You know what? I wouldn't worry about it, but I think this is something we got to roll with here a little bit.
well, I was going to say, you brought it up for the third week in a row.
No,
We were going to talk about
Skin dog.
Brady Kachuk.
Goalie trades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about get into the real hard hitting stuff.
Just the last thing on it, either neck brace and crutches or a sling, or you get a mascot head,
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
or you find a mascot head somewhere and wear it into the penalty or the box there.
That would be the ballsiest, scariest move I could ever do on life.
You're an entertainer, Noodles. Don't
I
let
would
us down.
not do it. I would not do it. Although the word sack, I don't have the sack. Did you guys see that? Comment,
Yes.
Quinn
Awesome.
Hughes? I thought it was
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
The sack to trade for me. Oh,
What'd you
What
make of that trade? We can go there.
I was there. I was in Mini, right?
Really?
They did the game. So the night before that comes across, I'm like, is this serious? And it's a fantastic trade. I think it's a good trade for both. I do. Pinder, you probably dug into the numbers of the players going the other way, but talking to people in Mini, the defenseman, Zeev or whatever his name is,
Yum. Yep.
supposed to be a player, like a
Oh
serious.
yeah.
And
We should have drafted him.
people in Mini were saying like they were really sad to see him go.
Yeah.
Rossi has been much maligned there. He's really talented, but I think he has some consistency issues. The other player, good player, but
Ogren,
Ogren,
yeah.
but
21, almost a point per game in the A last year.
Scored last night.
but
got his first.
Apparently, this Z is serious, and I thought it was a great deal. It makes Minnesota into the three-headed monster there in the Central because Colorado is a beast. I still think at some point Colorado's going to have a market correction. I don't know what that means.
Or are they going to upgrade?
So they're not going to set the record for regular season
They have
points?
2 regulation losses in 33 games.
But there's been no adversity there. Like what I go back to it is, you remember Boston set the record and then they lose. It just was too easy that year for them. Like they just, and I watched them live, whatever it was, a weekend ago or week and a half ago. Like Colorado, they're really good. I love how their neutral zone is as good as anybody I've seen in the league. That's how they defend. They're so tough through the neutral zone, and their transition game is unbelievable. So they're dialed in. I think Dallas is really good, and I think Minnesota is sneakily. I say sneakily because when we think of Minnesota, we think of the team I played for, Jacques Lemaire and Trapp, but they not sexy. That Kaprizov's a player, Boldy's a player, Faber's a player, Hughes is a player. The goalies, both of the goalies are good. Like,
The thing with them, James, is they might be the most equipped to do damage in the playoffs because of how they're doing it right now. And obviously Quinn Hughes is going to – last night they beat Washington 5-0. Gustafson's third shutout. They have 7 shutouts to lead the league already this season as a team.
Yeah.
That's – if you can play tight, get some opportunistic power play stuff here and there, they could be a real handful if it can continue.
I agree. The thing is, too, I did the game Ottawa, and I felt bad for Ottawa. I thought they should have at least got a point out of that game. They played really well. Ottawa played really well. And Minnesota, what they did is they were patient. They kind of waited. And unfortunately, Ottawa made a mistake with 30 seconds left, didn't get the puck out. It's in the back of the net with a set play. Unbelievable set play, too. Like Eriksson Ek fanned out to basically the Draisaitl on the goal line, far boards. And they knew exactly what they were going to do. Seam play, boom, in the net, done. 2 points. But they hung around that game. They got good goaltending that afternoon. It was an afternoon game, kind of a slugfest. Ridley Gregg had a good fight with Hartman. Like, it was a really good, hard-fought game. I felt bad for Ottawa. I was talking to somebody from Ottawa this morning, and they've left 8 points on the table with late goals against.
They also stole on Winnipeg the other night. It goes both ways. But
You're right.
they are surprising where they are in the standings.
I think they're a better team, but the problem is the standings are the standings. You got to earn that, and they, it's not going to get easier. You got Pittsburgh tomorrow. It's lost 6 in a row. They're going to be pissed. So, I look at it. Coming back to Mini though, hell of a trade, and I think you got Faber and Hughes for 2 playoffs.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. Some people were kind of comparing, and it's not a perfect comparable, but the Mikko Rantanen trade to Carolina. It's like, well, are you as good going from Mikko Rantanen to Marty Necas? No, but Necas is pretty good. and then you spit. So Zeev Boyum might not be as good, right? As
They
as
had
Quinn
two
Hughes.
roster players. Yeah.
But if he's not a top 5 D man in the world in say 4 or 5 years from now, he's a top 10.
And
Like I was looking, Marty Natris is 5th in league scoring.
you know what?
They're okay post
The
Mikko
game,
Rantanen.
the game I watched live, Natchez was the best player on the ice.
He can fly.
And McKinnon got 2 goals that afternoon. Natchez was the most noticeable player that afternoon. JT Miller didn't put his gear on, but he had a couple shots. Panarin, I always joke that Panarin always has the dry hair, like just floating around, perimeter guy, but he scored a game-tying goal with a minute left. Shesterkin was unbelievable that afternoon. The Stars showed up when the lights kind of turned on. McKinnon scored 2, the game tire and the game winner. Shesterkin was unbelievable. So when I look at it, but Natchez is an unbelievable player. You're right. Like the other thing you add in with Vancouver, if you get a first rounder, if they can draft properly, and we've talked about Connie. I'll bring it closer. You look at Connie and the way he's been able to draft in Calgary. That's what you need when you're going through a rebuild, retool. You need to have players in your system that you can bring, and that adds to the depth.
I thought of Calgary immediately after this deal, and it's like Minnesota, because they had the buyouts of, I guess, Suter and Parise, they artificially had a cap that was like $12 to $15 million lower a year for a long time. And it forced them to get really efficient with the roster, the contracts they have, and they had to draft well and collect a lot of good young players. It doesn't mean you keep them all.
Mm-hmm.
They use that capital to go get one of the best players in the world. And if Connie continues to stockpile picks, and let's say you get a first for Kadri, you get a first for Coleman, you get a first for Anderson, like you'll have 7 firsts in the next 3 years. That doesn't mean you go to the draft and to the podium for all 7. And it doesn't mean you don't go to the podium and develop a guy and move him later, but it just gives you the ability to make deals like this.
I agree 100%. You add on top of it, do you think the Hughes deal maybe expedites the
Rasmus?
The urgency for Rasmus?
Let's do this. And it ties in nicely. TSN, one of your colleagues, Pierre LeBrun on Insider Trading. I guess is that the segment yesterday with Dregs and the boys, talking about how that's just that. Could this impact the Flames and Rasmus Andersson?
What I am hearing is that the Calgary Flames suddenly got more calls on Rasmus Andersson after the Quinn Hughes trade, and that's not surprising. There aren't going to be that many top 4 defensemen moving between now and the March 6th trade deadline. What is going to be interesting is how the Flames handle that potential trade. Do they move him as a traditional rental, he's pending UFA, or do they involve the agent Claude Lemieux into a potential sign and trade to get more value in a trade? And one thing I should mention, that among the teams that have circled back on Rasmus Andersson is the Toronto Maple Leafs. We know the Leafs tried to trade for Andersson last year at the deadline. And why I mentioned Toronto is that my understanding is that the Leafs would be one of those teams that perhaps Andersson would consider extending with if, in fact, a trade would work out between those two teams.
All right, so there you go. That's courtesy, obviously, of TSN, where we find the guys doing great work. I'll let you jump right in to just thoughts on that.
Listen, I always ask when you're trading for Rasmus Andersson, that's the topic. I would ask, what did the Toronto Maple Leafs have that Calgary could covet? I believe their first rounder is at 28. That's what their nearest first rounder, which is fine. It's currency, but it's a couple years down the road. You got to kick the can down the road. They've got Danforth, the defenseman.
I guess for me, Noodles, and because we have had this conversation, that hasn't really changed what the Leafs have, and if they're, I guess,
Cowan Danforth first.
For Pierre, like maybe now the calls are spiking a bit to the Flames. Were there a lot of teams? Like, were there some teams that were in this Quinn Hughes sweepstakes, if you were, that are now, okay, well, now we do pivot. They're two very different players, obviously, and it's a different scenario, but I was a little surprised interesting that there would have been at least a number of teams that would now be moving on and getting potentially aggressive with the Hughes trade done.
I think you have to, once Quinn Hughes, whether he was in play or not, and the length of time I'm not, sure of, but if you're a manager, you should be fired if you didn't check to see if he's available for your organization. Right. So you know, if the call goes out or the text in the GM text chain goes, listening, you know, Quinn Hughes potential, let me know. Every team, you know, Stan Bowman's got a call, like anybody, like McFarland from Colorado's got a call just to see what the temperature is for that player. So I think these GMs like would look at it. It might not be a fit for their organization or they don't have the currency for it, but you go, okay, if that's the marketplace for Quinn Hughes. And I thought Billy Guerin was extremely aggressive. I'm sure you watched his media where he said, you know, that was our first offer. We wanted to be serious and show them that they were serious. And I almost think that Quinn Hughes' comment was a backhanded comment at New Jersey.
Yeah, totally.
So anyway, so getting back to Rasmus, like I don't know if they direct correlate, but what it does is it percolates. These are big trades and they're able to happen. So if you're in on a player, don't sit on your hands. Get moving. Like to me, like be more urgent because there might be another taker out there for Rasmus that you don't realize you're in. And all of a sudden you lose out on him because you're not proactive with it. That's my point.
So does that go back to everyone? Well, we got to wait till the trade deadline because that's when you maximize. And I've always been like, well, it doesn't really make sense to me all the time. It's when the deals get made because you can't wait till after. Is it always the best deal, or was that deal available in December? You know what I mean? Like we're always like, oh, we got to wait till the trade deadline to get the best return. Is that the way it really is, or is that just when the deals get done?
I think there's pressure points throughout things, Rhett. And I remember just being on the other side of the curtain and having discussions, or at least discussion's the wrong word, listening in to a lot smarter people than me have these discussions as to, you know, when is the point? When, you know, I think deals come to fruition, and I can speak out of turn there because I know Daryl's talked about this. I remember when he got Rennie Bork for a second out of Chicago. And that was like, I believe, like a couple years in the making, where Daryl had made that offer and just said, if you're ever going to move away from him, call me because I've got a second rounder for you. Something like that. It was like that type of like groundwork, but like we're not pursuing it every day, but just if you ever move away from a player, we covet him. And I think you could check to see if it was a second for Rennie, but something like that. I remember the conversation and that type of stuff. So these conversations have all been had. They don't just start the next day after Quinn Hughes. But what I'm coming back to, Red, is the pressure point. Maybe I think there's levels where it heats up and goes, okay, like we should get more serious about this. Or if the player is ready or willing to waive or get on board, maybe there is a pressure point that fits in his schedule or fits in our schedule. You know, I don't know how long that Jarry deal, I'll give you an example, for Stuart Skinner was in the works, but there was a pressure point at some point where they was like, okay, now let's do it. Yeah. And so same thing with Rasmus. At some point, Connie's going to have to go, this is the best we're going to do, and that's why we're going to make this deal. That's up to Connie and his management to figure out where that pressure point is, Rhett.
And some teams will put a priority on getting a guy earlier so you can get into the room, into the systems. It's not just 10 games until the playoffs or whatever the number would be from March 6th to mid-April. You also have other teams that say, oh, shoot, we're really up against a cap. If we can let another 2 months of salary run off, that prorated number that comes in is easier to handle. I always talk about the injury thing. Like, there's not going to be less than 0 injuries. There's going to be more than 0 between now and the deadline. But you also have the standings, to your point, right? Like, some teams that would be buyers now might be sellers in 2 months.
Well, you talk about Dallas. How long did you know what life is like without Heiskanen, because he was injured for a chunk there last year. And you're watching those around you bolster or go out. They're on incredible runs.
Yeah. Well, and their right side's awful.
Do you want to be there in the end? Do you? Well, like, you don't need to wait to know that it would be a great piece to add.
Yeah,
it would be, because you're right. Their right side is something that would need a Rasmus Andersson. Put it that way.
Yeah,
I think
all
it
the
was
rest of your lefties.
Pushkin. Is that where?
Oh. And that's this kind of salary you take back. The big wild card with Dallas is Seguin done for the year? Because if he is, you get $9.5 million, and if you only shut him down, say till the end of the regular season, You get half the relief, and you have to be cap compliant in the playoffs this year. So if you're waving goodbye to Seguin for the whole season, Dallas really moves up my board. But I still see the same issues that I do there with Toronto. It's just like they've given up a lot of assets when they added Mikko Rantanen. Like, what is the massive piece they can dangle to the Flames to get Rasmus?
I don't know. I'm thinking of their young players just off the top of my head. I did their game a couple of weeks ago, like Maverick Bork.
It's one.
But like you're not moving Wyatt Johnston.
No,
like,
he's already locked in. Like,
yeah, but he's part. Like Dallas is not going to take live players off their roster. They're trying to get better. They're not going to weaken themselves to strengthen another spot. That's where, again, I'm sure, I'm not going to speak out of turn, but I guarantee you, Connie has probably had all of his pro scouts tracking. Name me a team: Dallas, LA, Toronto, all of that. Going, what do they have in the minors? What do they have? Like, who's the up and coming, stud that they can grab? Who's getting a little seasoning in the AHL? That's the type of stuff that or is it a draft pick that's in junior? That's a first rounder because I think that's the biggest thing with Connie is he's building assets. He doesn't need a 27-year-old. He doesn't need Jason Roberts, or maybe Jason Robertson might move the needle. You know what I mean? Maybe that's a guy, but why would you trade Jason Robertson if you're Dallas? If maybe it's the cost of doing business.
Yeah, I don't know. That'll be an interesting one.
Does it ever come back to a point where the teams that would be interested in Rasmus Andersson, I'm playing it out as a silliness, really. If you can't get the return that you need for Rasmus, are you re-signing him? Like if you talk about the Leafs and you're like, okay, so what's the best deal? The Danforth,
Cowan and a 28
Cowan
first.
and a 28 first? Are you like, okay,
well,
they're
not going to give up all three. Yeah.
I think you have.
What's the yes, no? And I know they don't want to pay Rasmus, but would Rasmus stay if he got his contract that he wants?
Yeah, if you give him 9, he'll stay. Is kind of
right. Okay, so,
but like the only way I could see, and it's not going to happen for playing fantasy GM, if you give Rasmus the money, but there's a no trade. Like you have to be open to a trade. Like, but that will take the control away from Rasmus, and then you trade him to.
But I don't even think Rasmus would like. The no trade doesn't mean shit if both the team and the player want, right? Like how many guys have said, I'm not going? It happens, but it's rare.
But if you have a no trade and you've got a 10-team no trade list, and the team that wants you is on that no trade list, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like you can't go
get them to waive. They can waive it, but
there's a reason why that team is on that guy's no trade list. Like that's the thing. Like, name me a team that would be on it. Like Buffalo's probably be on a lot of people's no trade list. So if Buffalo wanted Rasmus Andersson and he goes, well, I'm not going to Buffalo. I wouldn't extend whatever. Doesn't matter. They could offer,
maybe you're also content with, you shouldn't be that desperate to get rid of him. If you're, it's fantasy hockey, but this is what GMs in the NHL do is play fantasy hockey. They go, what's Rasmus Andersson worth? Shop him around. I can't get if Conroy sells Andersson for a first, like, you know what I mean? What's a bad deal for Andersson?
Less than a first.
But if that's the best deal that's being offered, what do? You have to sign him.
I understand that. But I do believe that there's enough, without knowing this, I believe there's enough interest in Andersson that you're going to get something really good. It's just
it doesn't have to be those 3 teams that we talked about.
It could be a team that we're not even thinking about.
But he's already got a no trade.
He's got 6 teams. So the extension becomes more the issue than the no trade. And that was what cropped up with LA. It wasn't a no trade to LA. It was, I'm not really comfortable signing an extension now. And I get it. He's coming off a bad year. The cap's skyrocketing. Why don't we just play it out? I don't want to lock in now.
But think of the Eastern teams that.
What about Jersey? Because they thought they were adding a D, I bet.
Yeah. I think Jersey would be. I think you look at teams that are having good season, like a Boston or Detroit. Like, I don't know if there's any interest from those teams. But, like, maybe those teams out east that see a wide open East where there's parity beyond belief and you need depth, or you need a player like that to help the power play or to help 5-on-5. Like there is scenarios there. I don't know. I don't think Tampa could do it, but like, man, Tampa's their D are banged up right now. Yeah. Like I look at all these teams. You can make a case for Rasmus to go to 15 different teams, but what is the asking price? What's the fit? Does he want to extend? All of these types of things. I live in Toronto. I know that Toronto would love to have Rasmus Andersson because Troy Stetcher is their crown jewel right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it is, I give him credit, man. He plays hard every night. He's averaged 22 minutes a night for them. And outside of scoring on himself, unfortunately, the other night against Edmonton, he's been really good. And that's not a slight on Stetcher, but if that is what you're like, this is a guy who's playing top 4 minutes. Rasmus, what could he do for the Toronto Maple Leafs? You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
So staying with Toronto, like obviously Brad Treliving covets the player. They tried to add him last year. He's the one that, drafted, developed, and signed him multiple times in Calgary. I've heard, and we've all heard whispers, like, are Brad Treliving's Toronto Maple Leafs able to complete a transaction with Murray Edwards' Calgary Flames?
I think we all hear the Reddit forum, Twitter chatter, whatever. I think at the end of the day, business is business. And if you can make a good hockey trade, I think that's fake news. I think it's, okay. I don't believe that chatter. Put it that way. I believe that Craig Conroy has the ability to trade with anybody he wants in the NHL. Obviously, you run it up the chain. Donnie Maloney, you run it up to Murray Edwards, all of that, because there's big numbers involved. There's big money involved. But I don't know what that look for, whatever it is. But
we're on YouTube. They can see you.
My point being is I believe Connie could trade with anybody to make his team better. And why wouldn't you? That's the way I feel.
That's how it should be. Yeah. There's a slight Treliving tax, but you could get a deal done.
Yeah, I was going to say there's maybe a Treliving tax. You really want to win the trade if that's the case. Mm-hmm. Just a couple things. We're going to let you get out of here. I thought of you last night. We've talked about over the years when you were here and with the Flames in 2004, and then you get traded out, and then they go on this incredible run, and you're kind of sitting there watching all your good buddies have a great time. I thought of you last night at this scene.
Oh,
it was
what you're going to be. Stuart Skinner 7 feet away. Like literally.
So the Oilers, they pour onto the ice to celebrate 1,000 points for Leon Draisaitl, and there's Stu Balls standing in the blue paint. Yeah. Just pretend with his Oiler mask on.
I would have went in there.
Oh, you know what? The craziest thing, and I know this is all I could think about when I was watching that, is I felt like, because I don't know if you back that up, you see McDavid look at Skinner. He actually looks at Skinner when he comes out of the pile and turns away. See there, it looks at him.
That's tough.
Like McDavid is a really classy guy. I don't know if you saw the video afterwards with Leon and him visiting with Skinner, and Knobloch was there giving him a big hug and that. This is the emotions. This is the real life stuff outside of the game. I kind of felt like, and I would have been fine with if Stu Skinner would have given him a tap. Like,
yes.
And the reason being that is he lived it with Leon his whole career. Like he lived it, right? Like really? That's, and the other thing is, all I thought about, do you remember Sorkin, who allowed the goal for Ovi? And after
Russian
the goal,
pals, yeah.
After
right,
the
yeah.
Goal,
in the handshake.
Gave him his stick signed that Ovi scored on it. Like it's I don't want to say it's a badge of honor because it's like, hey, you gave up the goal. Like I'm on highlight reels left and right. Pavel Bure scored a big goal or whatever. I'm the pigeon in the background digging it out of the net. It's tough, but this is something that's so fresh. A week ago, they were battling in the trenches together. It'd probably been at dinners a million times. My heart hurt for that situation, and watching Edmonton just pummel Pittsburgh too. Like that wasn't a 6-4 game. It was 6-1 or 2. And Edmonton got lazy at the end of the game and gave up 2 late goals where the game was over and they got unfocused.
Do you remember when Brett Favre took the sack from Michael Strahan that set the record?
Yeah, but then
That's
somebody
the reason guys don't do anything, right? You don't want to think like Kulak's already looking like an inside job, flipping it over the glass when it's already 5-on-3, and now Skinner's tapping him. Like you could see how people would lose.
It is awkward. That just on the Farb thing. When he went down on that tackle, was it Mark Gastineau or something that they passed for all time? And didn't Gastineau go after Farb?
Yeah, he saw him at a autograph signing.
How dare you?
And you did that. That's one of the most awkward videos I've ever seen on the internet, period.
I think Gastineau has some life issues.
Yes, he does.
But yeah, it's an awkward one.
All of these things. But when I leave, pull up that video and tell me if that's the most cringy, weirdest transaction. Because Favre's like, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like basically like, "I hate your guts," and you went down early. And like, I think it had an emotional vibe to it. I felt bad because like Edmonton is starting to wake up a little bit, especially those two, the big guys, and they shredded Pittsburgh last night. Like I think it was a couple power play goals. They had the 5-on-3, like you said. Kulak fired it over the glass to make it an extended 5-on-3. So is what it is. I'm doing Pittsburgh tomorrow, so I'm watching them after 6 in a row.
Give Mom a hug. Tell her we love her.
And give us 30 seconds on Oilers with Jarry.
Okay, well, I'll give you a little bit more. Like, Mom's all right. We're cool. I thought it was a good trade for both sides. Now, hear me out on this. I think even if you view Jarry and Skinner as kind of a wash, I think Jarry is a little bit more talented than Skinner as far as athleticism. He moves side to side really well. They're both 6'4" goaltenders that handle the puck well. I think Jarry's handles it a little bit better than Skinner, but the stylistic change is what I was looking at. Not only just for the sake of change and the narrative, Tristan Jarry's style might suit Edmonton's the way they defend better, because Jarry is good side to side. And you look at him. Now, he's had some rebound control issues settling in. I don't know why he used new pads the day one. They were bouncing off of his pads. But I think Jarry is a better fit for the style. And I'm not convinced that they're not going to have another goaltender there by the deadline in Connor Ingram. I think you're going to have 2 new goalies there. And I think Pickard will be maybe there 3 because I think you need 3 goalies anyways. And you look at what Dubas was able to do. It was money in, money out. Kulak is going to get paid. I don't think they had the money for Kulak to pay unless he took a massive hometown discount. So Kyle Dubas gets 2 good players on expiring contracts that he can actually turn if he wants to.
If they're out, he can flip them.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought it worked out. Edmonton addressed the need, and I think Jarry is, like I say, I think he's a better goaltender. But even if you view it as a lateral move, the style is a better fit. And I think Skinner can go, and whether Dubas flips him or he can settle in there. The one thing Stuart Skinner is really good at is outside of the head injury last year, he plays. He's available every night. He plays. Where Tristan Jarry's had a checkered last couple of years and certainly been injury prone, and that's something to be concerned about.
Well, it was kind of an awkward thing with Skinner last night, and then you saw all that, and I just know for me, it's kind of like Curb Your Enthusiasm and stuff. It's just I have a hard time with like The Office when it's like hard and awkward, kind of cringy. So I can only imagine good things are coming your way, Noodles.
6 days.
So good luck with.
It would be nice if I had some friends behind me that would like build my character.
Oh, we got your back. Yeah, but we're just trying to avoid.
Pinder, you're the only guy. I can't believe Pinder didn't put his hand up.
Oh,
I was in the dark. They didn't see.
He
was screaming. I just couldn't hear.
I literally say something, and then all of a sudden Pinder will go, "That's not true. This is the analytics or whatever." Rob Ray goes, "Yeah, this McLennan. I got a problem." I was waiting for somebody to go, "There's no way you can have a problem with that guy. He's just too good of a guy."
If only he had a teammate on the.
Don't expect us to lie for you.
Yeah, when the other guy's at the table.
Is what it is. So, all right, guys.
See ya.
Hey, just go ahead, Jack.
There it is. Look at this. That's your move.
That
Noodles. People will die laughing. This is
Just start talking about Tim Stützle.
Yeah.
Don't even just pretend he's there. He's not even there.
Hey, Rob, how's Tage looking?
nope.
Don't even. Just
You're
get
working.
right into your Senators analysis.
Well, like I say, I don't know how it's going to unfold, but I know I've apologized 10 times live on TV. I will do it face to face, and I might end up in a neck brace anyways. You never know.
Just know we have your back, Noodles.
Yeah.
Always got your back, buddy.
Sounds good,
Talk to
guys.
you next week.
Take care.
Be good. There he is.
Good work there.
The Noodler. On the Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating Insider Hotline, hot water tank, furnace,
Garage heater.
whatever is
Everything
going
needs to be
on.
hot right now, Dino.
The hydronic heating division.
Ooh.
Got one of those. Yeah.
Jack's got a hydroponic division, but this is different.
It's a little different.
Okay.
Yeah, a little different. 23 years of experience, over 30,000 projects completed. It is quality, it is the best, and it's good people on top of all of it. Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating, your crystal clear choice. Crystalclearcalgary.com is the website. There you go. What's crazy is he is concerned that Rob
I
is
think
upset.
he is more.
Yeah, he's
so
like,
I would've-
I've heard that he's actually mad.
You should have.
Like, I don't know.
Rob was absolutely playing the perfect promo cut on WWE.
Yeah, it was the
Like, it
perfect
was
kind
just-
of.
Oh, he's an actor. It's beautiful.
He does have that kind of.
Noodles.
He kind of has that wrestling thing
Yeah.
of the villain who could really hammer, like smash you. If
Yes.
with great power comes great responsibility, Rob. That's all I'll say.
Mm.
And Jamie is a good guy, but he did say you have a head like a mascot.
I
All
think
of that's
he's-
true. It can all be true.
Do you all
I
the
think
above?
he said it more than once.
Oh, he said on our yeah,
Because for sure he
That was
has
his
said it
Rolodex.
in our show.
Yeah.
And that was on TSN.
yeah, because he also said that Vasilevsky has a mascot head
That's right.
because of the size of it and his big eyes and that.
Mhm.
But yes, he sharing the ice, the ringside spot with Rob has come up more than once, and the lack of space.
There are two medical staffs in really, really close proximity. That's the great news.
He'll be fine.
Okay.
Right?
None of my business.
Find out on the
I
23rd.
tried to stay out of it. I got shit for staying out of it.
Yeah, I know. Anything in there you want to?
I'll touch the goalie trade. Like,
Yeah.
I just think like Edmonton had to pay more than they should have to get Jarry, but Skinner had become an elephant in the room to the point where a soft goal went in and you could just see the wind come out of the Oilers. Like, even if it's a lateral-ish move, I understand why they did it. And even if you have to pay more than you should, I understand why you did it. And for the Penguins, I think you're probably flipping Kulak for more assets at the deadline. And the Oilers didn't have that privilege because everyone knew they were jammed up and no one was going to help them.
I think what we know, and you can see it because there was that clip, and then there was post game and the hugs and everything. I think Stuart Skinner is a really great guy. Everything you've
he's
heard about him
well-liked,
is
yeah.
like he's a golden retriever of a guy. Like, he's
Yeah.
just loved, everybody loved, and they wanted it to work with him.
Yeah.
But it's why it hurts so bad is because they know it's just not going to.
We love this guy, but we can't win with him.
So they have to move on. It's like you see in a movie script, right? Where it's, I'm gonna have to put a bullet in you, but I love you.
Sometimes you got to shoot your
But
dog.
sometimes you got to shoot your goalie.
To
That
Pennsylvania.
And I'm not hey, and if you're Tristan Jarry, I'd be buying some flak jackets and
Yes,
bullet.
you might
Get
wanna
the
have
glass
some
put in
sort
your
of-
vehicle because
Oh, can you imagine when the oil fans turn on that guy? Because he's horseshit.
He was on waivers last year. When he's good, he's good. But Jack will tell you, like, you wanted this guy on the Mars mission last year. At this
Yes,
time.
I did. He hasn't been good in the playoffs when he's played in the playoffs. So I'm interested to see
I
how
think
that
it all
goes.
comes up. It's the best Christmas ever, Dean.
it is.
BC.
It's the best Christmas ever.
It's
These are
great.
gifts that are going to give for years to come.
I like how they're just going to imaginarily replace Kulak too, who's not been in significant part of the last couple runs.
Why do you
Spencer
wanna talk
Stastny.
about the Oilers so much. I can't stand
They
it.
made that trade with Nashville. The 25-year-old comes in.
Never
They're
mind.
playing better too. You better be careful. Shut your
The Oilers are playing better,
We're
bud.
beating up on some bad teams right now.
You went in there.
He will not give anyone
You went
credit for anything.
sauntering
Sorry, who
in
have they
there.
beat good in the last 3 weeks? There's no-
Everyone's good. It's the NHL.
Oilers are
D-head.
5-1-1 in their last
Just because
7.
you're sick. Negativity.
McDavid has
Let us
20
be the negative ones.
in his
So,
last 7 games.
He's rolling.
They're the two of them are top 4 now in league scoring.
They lost to Buffalo twice.
Hang on.
jeez.
Just hang on.
I'm telling you, the tough schedule start. This is the soft underbelly there.
InvestMed, Canada's first and only private medical testing company, exclusive access that you won't find anywhere else. You do not need to travel abroad to find the in-depth health. That's just the research that you just don't get anywhere else. Preventative and proactive testing to provide the answers now, not years from now, and not when it's too late, potentially. If you're a busy professional, you value your time, you value your long-term health, you've worked you've worked to enjoy life, the fruits of the labors. Now be able to enjoy it with your best health. Book a 1-hour consultation with an InvestMed physician today, $199. It's that future health, mitigating the risk of a serious illness.
And you don't have to complicate things. You can just contact InvestMed.
Yeah.
Then they'll walk you through probably all the things you need to do, Ozempic or not. But seriously, like you try and think, if you have some thoughts about your health, which you should, you think you're going to figure it out for probably not.
I got this lump over here. I'm just going to leave it. It's probably fine.
It's probably nothing.
I don't need
Call
that.
them, and then they they set a path for you. That's wonderful.
That's the thing, is they're now on your team.
Yes.
You as a team will go after the correct
approach,
just everything that needs, whatever.
You don't have to figure it out.
They'll also keep you accountable.
Apparently.
You should you should probably go see that specialist. Yeah, I'll do that.
No, we got your appointment. It's tomorrow.
Oh, it's
okay. I'm going then.
Great, thanks. That's how that works.
Thank you.
InvestMed. Invest-med.ca. So a couple things that now we're gonna show the Celebrini stuff from last time. We haven't talked a lot about it.
Oh yeah, you had some stuff dialed up.
No,
you were going. Jack, back to Dean.
Flames, they try hard. It's another one of those games where
bunch of Harvey tryhards.
They're a bunch of Harvey tryhards.
They're a bunch of Pinders and Jasper, just working as hard as they can. Not that good.
It's commendable. We saw it most or all of last year. It was absent for a few weeks at the start of this year, but then they lose 6-3. When you have a star game changer on the other side.
A star. Whew.
What do you want?
That phone makes so much noise.
Yeah, you can just silence it.
It actually isn't that loud.
No, it's you fumbling it. It's that's loud.
Dean's being passive aggressive.
Not being
It's a
passive
room
aggressive.
Christmas.
I'm being just
It's being aggressive. Nothing passive
being
about
straightforward.
I'm the worst.
When I saw that first goal go in, the Celebrini one, it jogged my memory. It's kind of whiteboard stuff. So I'm not sure. Let's take a look at the Celebrini goal again. The first one. We're just getting started here.
Early.
The game's just underway. The San Jose Faith.
8 goals for Klinger.
It's a heck of a pass, right? Zary's reaching. And I hearken back. You know how I like to hearken.
You do love the harken.
I do love a good
harken.
harken.
Yesterday.
Remember when they played Detroit last week?
Oh, they played Detroit?
Detroit.
They played Detroit last week, and it was very early.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't
The organist is just wrapping up the anthems here. What are we doing?
So who's that?
So here's a couple things. So
Okay.
Patrick Kane was the other guy that made the pass, right?
Mhm.
I feel like he's proven himself to be. When was he drafted?
That's a good question.
That was a long time ago. He's set to become
Late
the
double O's probably.
highest scoring American
No.
player
What
ever.
number?
Oh, he went 1. Yeah.
Oh.
First overall, yeah.
So the fantasy hockey.
Yeah.
See, now you're in on it.
And then this guy was fantasy hockey.
Yeah.
And
Where do we get these fantasy hockey players?
where do you get the fantasy?
Where do you get these guys?
What are we playing?
But the other thing I think to myself is that if I was playing with the fantasy hockey players, I probably would be too dumb to jump in there.
Yeah, that's John Klimberg being a rover for sure. I agree.
So
with
a
that.
couple things, the guys around you have to be able to read that.
You'd be stapled to the blue
These
line?
fantasy hockey players are really good. They'll probably find me when I'm open. And the other thing that the fantasy hockey player does, if you want to bet, look at stop. So that's one white jersey, right?
Yeah, neutered him.
So and then another guy has to come because The first guy got beat.
Yeah, he got beat.
No, the second guy's
Play
out
it
of
up here a little,
position.
Jack. Oh, here's another. Oh, and then he can't really. So when you have a fantasy hockey player, sometimes it makes defending tough because you need two of your guys to
Yeah.
defend.
You know what that one is like kind of in the season. That's when Kevin McAllister's in the treehouse and wants the Wet Bandits to follow him on that
Right.
tightrope thing.
Sucking 'em in.
Come and get me. Come on, backs.
plays,
Yeah.
and they make it harder on the other team.
You
what
said
that
it a
is?
couple weeks ago. I'm trying to remember the context, but it was like sometimes the biggest thing is just trusting your teammates to do the job, and then you stay in your position rather than like, I got to help this guy. He's screwed. Now, in that instance, Celebrini pantses Zary, and Backlund has to respect that. But again, if everyone just takes care of their man, like it feels like a power play because he's beating Zary.
Are they in a good spot? Are they? When are they in bad shape?
As soon as Zary gets beat.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know where the wingers are or why they're so low. Like, who are
It's
you
a 3-on-1
covering down by the
low.
net there? Who is in the slot?
Well, it'd be Coleman, right?
Coleman
Oh,
and
yeah,
two
you don't want to
D-men.
break up Backlund and Coleman because
I'm just guessing. That's that line. So
No,
look
but
at the reach on.
It's Zary that gets burnt here. That's too bad.
Zary gets burnt, but Coleman is covering.
Yeah, why
out.
is Coleman so
He's-
low?
He's fallen asleep. He was out too late at the football game.
It was
Dads. Yeah.
the Texas
Hang with his
Tiger.
old man.
No, he's totally out of position. He doesn't need to be that low.
You're right.
Can
If
you
he's a
go
little
off it?
higher, he blocks that shot or he interrupts
Yeah,
the
the
pass.
pass. He should be standing in the passing lane.
So what about the Brinkett goal? Is it?
It was,
Cat.
it was shitty
The old
coverage by
Cat.
Kadri. He overcommitted.
Is that what that was?
They didn't.
Again, we're really kind of, but it just kind of,
It
it just
So
kind
again,
of,
let's watch this. So this
Sider's
is
changing
the fantasy hockey player.
on the right.
yeah.
Okay, he gets the puck, the fantasy guy. So one guy is coming towards. Keep going.
Everyone's
One
covered.
guy, two.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
And that's a 40-goal guy who's like, I want to say 4 years ago, where it was like, oh
feel
my
like there's
goodness.
been enough
First
here.
shot of the game, he's at like a 750 save percent or something. Like, it's killing us.
We can look at that other Celebrini goal, Jack. It's tagged on to the end of that one because
Also good.
he's Celebrini. This guy's really good. So he's
It was
good.
Still funny.
Fantasy hockey, though, like you say.
Yeah, I can't be trusted.
Here's the thing about
Is there
fantasy
that clip?
hockey.
There's the clip, right? Did I? Because I just want to remember. Did I send
Yeah,
it to
what
you?
was
Did I
the-
send it to you, or did I put it in the thing?
Oh, the quote.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. The quote. If you're wondering why we keep saying fantasy hocky,
Yeah.
is it because we're being smarmy and
Oh,
yes,
yes,
we're being
that's
very
exactly
smarmy and dickish. Goes back to that original Don. Well, no, this is the Francis
Article.
interview.
Yeah.
This is the double
After.
down. The double down.
You see, number one picks, San Jose, Chicago, Anaheim. They've all turned it around with star draft picks. And Don Maloney said, again, in a fantasy world, it's very enticing. You have to deal with the real world too. First of all, we're very early in the season. Let's see how it plays out. No disrespect. Those teams are really good. But on that side, look at some of the other teams that have been in this. I don't want to say the teams, but they've been down and missed playoffs for years and years and years. And then you lose your fans, you lose your interest, and nobody wants
So
it.
outside of Buffalo, who else is there?
Let's pick this apart.
We've done it before.
Outside of the worst run team in the last quarter century, who else has not come out of a rebuild? Like, I'm really curious.
I honestly didn't do that to get to light the fire under you, but just because we keep saying, "Oh, it's fantasy."
But
draft,
there's
it's
so much
fantasy."
in there that you can.
I
just
know
go,
there is.
Why this guy's allowed to talk to
We
the
did
media.
like two,
Oh,
and again, this is a
we did
month
2
old.
weeks of this. Yeah.
Anyway,
And here's the thing with San Jose, because like Celebrini, fantasy hockey player, first overall. Will Smith, what was he, 3 or 4 overall, fantasy hockey player. They pick up this Michael Misa. He's another elite centerman, fantasy hockey player, top 5 pick. Eklund, Dickinson, Askarov. Like, whew, this team's going to be good for a long time, boys. And I know it was ugly early for Mike Greer, but that's a hell of a turnaround they've had. Because this fantasy hockey thing, there might be something to it.
there is a lot in there.
I'm.
So
Can I turn the page
Yep.
over to something that's been bugging me for a while?
okay,
The Flames effed this up.
What the fuck?
Well, there's a guy that got traded to Vancouver the other day that they could have drafted and was highly touted. And I feel like the Flames.
Buium
Zeev?
versus Perek.
I've thought it since they did it. I'm sure you got to give the kid time to grow and become a player. And I don't know what Perek's going to be. I think I know what Z is going to be.
Buium, yeah.
And how much difference is this squad if you've got a 18, 19-year-old playing 20 minutes a game?
A lot. especially on the left side because they have nothing on the left.
I don't know what Parek's going to be, but I worry what Parek's going to be. And I really worry in comparison to what that guy's going to be.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Parek not being a good player, and they're very different types of players. And I wonder where the team was at on signing a college guy, drafting a college guy that's an American versus a Canadian out of the CHL. But I think in terms of the all-around player, Zeev is absolutely a guy that you could see playing big minutes on a top pair. Where Parek, I'm more like, is he a second pair guy that runs a power play? Like, I'll take the over on points with Parek, but the all-around play, it's Buyam.
Are you really? Because you've been
I think
heavy
they're
on Parek.
I think it's like if you were going to compare, like, who is a big minute trust in all situations elite defender in the league?
I don't think this guy's an elite defender. I think he's going to be an elite player.
We're talking about Buyam right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
Who else is
compare
like him?
Carlson to, I don't know, like Prong or something. The nasty's not there, but you get my point.
Yeah,
They're very, very different players. And when you're a team that is last in the league in scoring goals, and you can add a guy that helps you offensively, I don't know that we're going to look back and be like, oh, he's way better. They're just very different players.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there was some eyebrows raised that was the D they took. Dickinson was available as well. I think they're probably comfy with that. And we really, it's Prex played what?
There's
10
nothing.
NHL
Yeah,
games?
he's given you.
That's
you gotta
my.
give him time.
Okay,
I know it's part of it. It's part of it.
Everyone
I know.
says that shit. It's like, yeah, why? Because our D isn't that good. If those other kids were here, they'd be playing.
Yeah,
Again, Parek might be really good.
you're drafting a guy for the next 15, not for how he's going to look at 2 years. But you're right. At this point, it's not close.
And he's been unfortunate in getting
Injured.
and hurt.
And the stupid CHL rule doesn't help at all either. Like, it's.
I'll tell you what I'm most concerned about is that old red shirt down the table here.
Mm.
This is going to become a backpack thing.
What is?
If Buyam turns into being a great defender, and then Parek goes the other way, then forever I'm going to be hearing about Zeev Buyam like I hear about all these other trades, all these other drafted players.
Took Mason McDonald ahead of Thatcher Demko. Yeah, stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be this massive chasm. I don't. I think Rhett's concerned about that. This is a Rhett backpack item now.
Yeah. Who's the defenseman they went to Montreal from the Islanders? Noah Dobson. Like, you know, Noah, that's the Noah Dobson. That's Noah Dobson.
Yeah,
before that was the Brandon Gormley. Could have Brandon
There are
Gormley.
gajillions. Every draft you can go and look. Well, they could have taken this guy, and we could have taken it.
Yeah, like
It's easy to.
Tim Ramholdt could have had Shea Weber. Shea Weber.
Yeah.
But it was neck and neck, and they were at the podium, and they went with this guy, and you have to.
I don't know that they have regret at this point, but it could end up there.
Again.
And again, like one guy was playing 2 years of college, and he was
Yes, but that's part of the drafting thoughts. Is that
of course
this guy's kicking ass in college?
So if
This
you were going
kid's
to guess who had the better first 2 years, everyone's going to pick Buyam at that point, because you knew that Zayne was going back to junior and Zeev was playing in the NHL that spring.
And he fell, right? Like there were a number of
It was supposed to be a
teams.
lot of D early, and then it was like Seneca went and Tej and a bunch of these forwards came in, and the D slid later than we thought. Salayev, the big Russian guy, slid. Dickinson slid. Buyam and Parek slid. It was a big D class that when it got to the actual podium, there was a lot more forwards than we thought we'd see in the top six.
Yeah, maybe the guys. Yeah. Anyway, I worry about that. I do. It doesn't have to be a backpack.
And look, you've got, if they play their cards right, they got 6 or 7 first rounders next year. There's going to be lots of good.
Could
deals.
you have traded Parek in a Quinn Hughes deal?
No, and it doesn't. I think there's a time in your life cycle where a Quinn Hughes deal makes sense. This isn't it.
I'm saying if Parek was in,
if you could
Minnesota,
give them Ogren, a first, Rossi, and Parek, they're probably listening. Yeah. I don't know if they prefer it or one package versus the other, but they're still in the same box to me. It's just one guy's arrived and the other, it's probably spring you're going to see him as a regular NHLer. Or I guess as soon as mid-January.
Or he's going back to junior.
Yeah, I don't know that that'd be good for him.
I'd like to do another
Why?
white.
Why? Because you're just going to get bad habits there. Like he had 30 goals and 100-plus points there last year. How is he getting better as a player going back to
Well, I got a kid
Sarnia
that's
or
playing
Saginaw.
hockey, and it's like, well, you have to play.
You do have
They
to play.
weren't playing him here, and he was getting. I like his movement. And I don't want to.
Unless you feel like physically he's not ready.
Yeah.
We're send him to junior. We're not worried so much about development.
I've argued-
Let's start building your body and letting you mature.
Junior's not the place to do that. Just
But-
play him every
so,
other game and
so
work
don't
out.
play. don't
What?
play hockey.
Is it undeniable that after they move Erasmus, there's going to be no room to play a right shot D here?
But I'm saying if you determine that he's not, the physical
ready.
nature of this league has not been great for him. If you decide that he's not,
then play him once a week and have him lift twice in the gym every. He's not doing that in the
he can get hurt in that one game. Like, do you know what I'm
Of course, he
saying?
can get hurt in any game. Same with Zeev.
But-
Same with anyone.
but-
I don't
You're
like
so
in lack of strength to
frustrating.
getting injuries. I know, but I just don't disagree. I don't
Like,
agree.
so
with
there's,
you.
but there's no, because I don't know
I
that it's
don't
right
think
either.
it's
But
going to be a problem for them to get him ice.
what if it's in? What I'm saying is, if it's in junior, like you're always not going back to junior. But if you determine his body type, he's not ready to play in the NHL. He's getting hurt every 2 or 3 games. He's walking down the tunnel, but he's got to play some hockey. Like, are you just going to keep him here and do morning skate, bag skates with them? Or do you send him back to junior for a couple of months after the World Juniors?
You could.
Like, is it a huge?
If that becomes an issue, you send him back to junior.
Is it a huge
I haven't seen that
dent
as
in
an
his
issue at this
development?
point.
Like, I don't think so.
Well, everyone else is saying. I'm not. I've argued both sides where it's like play the piss out of them. Who cares? Your team's not
Yeah.
that good, and you can like. There's more than one option.
Because I've been the guy too. I'm like, keep him under your own roof. Let your
Yes.
coaches work with him and all of that. But he hasn't played much hockey at all, to the point that I would. If going back to junior is the safest path and it builds your confidence and gets you some.
Yeah, I
some
can't
playing
decide.
time.
He's going to have to show us something at the World Juniors.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really
he should
good?
go and dominate that tournament. He's on the top pair. He's on the top power play unit. They're asking him to be a major piece of that team. Do that. Come back to the big club, and we'll see where the pieces fit in. And like, if this team is where they are now and heading into the Olympic break, like you're absolutely taking calls on Anderson and Hanley, and there's going to be spots to play.
It still doesn't mean that it has to be. Are whatever. This team is so confusing because it's like, so Hanley and Anderson have to move to get him in.
No, you are
I
going to
know.
move
I'm
Anderson.
not
and
arguing
should
with you.
move
Don't
him.
take everything as an argument. I'm saying like this team is so confusing. It's like, so you can't play him in this decor. We have to wait for Anderson and Hanley to move. Like, no, that's
So
not,
what was he playing? 2/3 of games before the injury?
not even.
More than that?
I don't think it was that much, was it?
I mean, he was healthy the first week, and then after that, he's pretty regular, I thought, but I could be off. I think it wasn't every game, but if they're playing 4 games in a week, I felt like he was playing 3. I could be off.
I thought he was playing less because I thought they were being criticized for having him around and not playing him enough.
Yeah, and we heard that with Coronado when he sat, 2 games? So it's just a lot of noise when he's in the press box. I don't know that he actually missed that many games.
Well, I can't look. it
Well,
up
he
'cause I'm not
left.
allowed to touch my phone.
He
God,
left.
shit.
You can look. Yeah, you can look. It's just he left. Yeah, he ended up leaving a lot of hockey games because of.
Can we
injury.
not find out how many hockey games this guy played?
Well, it's not how
Well,
many
it's not how
played,
many he
it's
played,
How many
it's
he was
how many-
on the roster and
Yeah,
healthy.
but you
that
can
he
go
played.
back and go, okay, he was injured on this day and
Would you
he's
just
played
calm down.
8 games.
Dude's
Well, we've
playing
got
games.
18 people in the room and they're sitting there, thumbs up there.
Mhm.
Jesus.
Mhm.
Hot
It's
topic,
okay.
too.
It is a hot topic. Can we do a quick whiteboard while I'm looking for?
Yeah, let's do it. What do we got?
Go to the Pinder Report.
Oh, you know
He's
what?
not on. He's not on the roster here. As a defenseman, life's hard when you got guys coming down.
Life's great. You're playing in the fucking NHL.
Let's take a look at this one. This one
How
happened
happy
last
you'll be
night
when you retire.
in the Vancouver Rangers game. It's
Hmm.
an interesting strategy, but it's like the glass. You play whatever's in the rink is fair game.
Oh,
Oh dear.
I would have slapped. I would just.
Jets.
What was I saying? Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
you
know.
got kids, and we've talked about
Demon.
this. When the puck is out there, they have a hard time. It happened to the Flames against a fantasy player,
Yeah, Kane.
Detroit fantasy
yeah,
player.
watching
and
the
so
puck.
you get so excited about that GD puck. It's hard to look anywhere else. And even if the linesman is in your way, feel like there's a different angle you could have if you refs too. The
Get
when
into
the
his
kids are
socials.
behind you or behind them, and they still think they can see them through the back.
Yeah.
They're looking.
They're somebody's kid too, right?
Some of these are adult losers.
Oh. He is hot.
Love you, refs.
Yeah, that's what I felt. That's the mascot head with love.
Your kids don't wear name bars, do they?
Oh yeah.
Oh dear.
I close a lot of doors for my kids.
Yeah, you opened some too, though. Oh, Evie Stevie.
I close a lot of doors, weld them shut.
I got to entertain. But actually, what is the big deal? Frick.
Yeah.
And Luke Warner slated to go first overall. Here come the Flames to the podium. Oh God,
First overall.
what's Red can do here?
We are headed towards the best Christmas ever. Can't you feel it?
Yes.
Hey?
Energy.
Can't you feel it? So much
Spirit.
tinsel
Oh,
would
it was
be
an
in the
8
air,
o'clock game. That's why you were up late. That
Yeah.
sucks. Sorry, Jim.
wouldn't it? Yeah.
He wasn't even doing homework or anything. It's no excuse for being
Nope.
tired.
No. Do we do tinsel anymore?
It's a
That was
fucking
an-
mess.
That was an
dude.
80s thing. I remember
It's
because I
a
remember
mess.
the tinsel hanging on the tree. It's like, okay, so it kind of reflects stuff, but it kind of looks all gloppy in
We've
some areas. And
advanced in life.
It looks
Dean. We
good,
don't need
but
no
it is a
effing tinsel.
mess.
yeah, it is a mess.
Ugh.
And then it's your cat eats it, and then it's hanging out of the cat's arse.
Yeah. You got glitter poo going on.
Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, we don't have glitter in the air. It's not about that this year, but it is about the best Christmas ever.
Okay.
And we're tracking towards it. And this is, again, it's not, there's a lot of things that we do in our place that I would not recommend. There's a lot of things that don't happen in our place that obviously should have, but this is another one of those ones that we do take part in. Christmas Day, you sit down, you have a big meal. There's potatoes and gravy and stuffing and turkey,
yeah.
maybe some ham, maybe you go beef, whatever. Just so
Cocktails.
much salads and everything, so much food. So you're not doing that on Christmas Eve, right? You're just kind of it's just a normal night.
The Christmas dinner's
Wrong.
Oh.
Christmas Eve. We're blowing the fucking doors
Yes,
off to the
Tito.
Mahoose of Christmas Eve dinner.
You're damn right.
We do
we
this
are.
every year over at my buddy Troy's house. Troy and
Mahogany.
Jay.
boy Tro.
They have everybody over
Mahogany
on Christmas
Troy.
Eve. Mahogany Troy.
Moho
If I
Tro.
find out the address, you better look the F out because
I'll send it to you. Come on by.
Although I heard something about some nasty hooch that he serves. I'm a little worried
We'll
about.
talk about it. It's part of the BCE. But every year we go over to their place.
Whoa, Troy boy,
And that's,
yes.
Like that's
Look,
just the
Yes, those are
No,
happy.
that's
they're
just
the fingers.
yeah.
foods.
Come on in, kick off your whatever, and then about an hour after that, the steaks start going on the grill,
Oh man.
chicken, whatever it is, and then Hubert there. That's our good buddy Hubie.
Yubi.
He's the best guy going. Hubert loves crab legs.
Oh,
Hubie loves the crab. Like you see him there in his sweater.
for
Let's
the
go.
religious folk. It's seafood's dinner.
Yeah, it
Hubie
can be
doobie doo.
for some. There's Hubie. We're doing lobster tails. We're doing
That is-
scallops. We're doing
This is no half-ass
king
tray
crabs.
of king crab legs.
Listen.
That's $8,000 worth of. Oh, Hubie's rich.
Goodness.
Christmas Eve dinner might be bigger than Christmas Day in terms of variety.
I like what you're saying because the traditional meal is the 25th. But
Yeah.
go ahead and have a different kind of feast on the 24th.
Do something on
Well,
the
other
24th.
thing, I don't know. Do you cook the goose? Not literally, but in the drinking mode, do you
It has happened.
Yeah, you got to.
I know, but
Yeah.
so to the meal point, I'm saying, so if you cook the goose drinky wise
Yeah.
on the 24th, the traditional Christmas meal is very nice if you're feeling a little bit
Yeah.
half-assed
Little
and you want to
tryptophan.
park your butt on the couch
Yeah.
after a long day.
And you know what else is happening now, which makes the 24th thing even bigger? Is we've got NFL football on the 25th. now.
baby.
We're kind of doing it all over again. You wake up Christmas morning, there's presents, you're doing whatever, maybe you're doing like
Hallelujah.
cinnamon buns or whatever. You know what you also might be having?
Hallelujah.
Some steak and eggs, some of the leftovers from the night before. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm writing down Christmas Eve feast.
Christmas Eve feast.
Christmas God Eve feast.
That's right.
Yeah, that is item number 13
With
en route to the best Christmas
with
ever.
floor burning hooch.
Yeah, this was a few years ago. Hubie also, it's called the Hooch.
Hubie hooch.
It's the Hooch.
I told your
There's-
buddy Merle to drop some off
Yeah,
on Friday.
there's a gentleman back home, and he's done it for a long time. I don't. Yeah, it's his home concoction.
So I'm at the rink yesterday, and I run into Big Merle.
Yeah,
And Merle and I were shooting shit, and he told me about this Hubie
Yeah.
and his big Christmas Eve
Yeah.
bash. But then he mentioned that Hubie has some hooch that he makes everybody drink, and it gets.
Hubert. You know what, Hubert? He is old school. He will not be he's the last one. He's kind of Pinder. The last one to go to sleep. What? One more nightcap? He's always in for one more drink.
Yeah,
No matter what time, he's got time for one more. Kids who are half his age, a third of his age, they can't out nothing.
But if you
inspiring
spill the
stuff.
hooch on the floor,
So he hey, the hooch, it's not too strong. It's very strong.
very strong.
It's very strong.
Burns.
A couple years ago, they were pouring the shots of the
This is
hooch,
what I was getting.
and there was some dribbles. Oh, hey, dribble, whatever. And Troy at his house, beautiful home. They've got hardwood floors, and there's like a black kind of a stain, like a darker stain. It burnt holes in the stain.
Wow.
The drips, the hooch drips. And it was kind of like when we were with Z with that we're putting that in our body. So limit the hooch. The hooch is not part of the BCE.
Go all
The
out.
food is. The hooch is it's
I had a Hubie in Frontier where I grew up. He was a bit of a vagrant. I wonder
Really?
if it's the same guy.
this guy's the best. This guy is the
A
best.
vagrant no more.
He's awesome. So that's what's coming up.
Good work. Quick recap.
Sure.
Do it quick.
Bumble Run,
Good. It'll be a
White
lot.
Fudge Oreos, TM66 license to cut your own tree, Kevin McAllister, Home Alone Lego House, Puzzle, Homemade Nuts and Bolts, Front Yard Tree, Santa Hat, obviously. Hello. Salty Aprons, Christmas Crack. Oh, I had some last night. Damn good. Drunken Caroling, Jingle Juice, Christmas Eve Feast.
Because I think we
God, you're
sleep
good
on
at
the
this.
Christmas Eve
You're
feast.
so good at this.
Yeah.
Some people do.
Oh,
'Cause
Well,
they're-
we're
'cause
having
they're
such a
weak.
big dinner tomorrow.
Oh, I gotta buy.
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
I also ran into the pizza guy yesterday.
Did you?
We had words.
Oh, did you?
Dear.
Yeah.
I had to get him sorted out.
Let me guess. We got a donair pizza on the menu.
Yeah. It was kind of in the works already, but yeah, we'll take care of you. We'll take care of you. Oh, it's late.
Oh, it's time for the Pinder Report. We do that for our good friends at Village Honda. The Winter Ready SUV event is on now. It's a good thing. It's going to be minus 22 with the wind chill.
It's going to be
South.
crisp. Yes.
Holy. Get
And if you
yourself a vehicle for the Calgary winter.
You want to test this vehicle out? Head south or east towards Saskatchewan.
getting crazy?
And it's going to.
Really?
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. Highway warnings abound.
Talking all-wheel drives, talking 4x4s. You need an SUV for the winter in Calgary. Check out the selection at villagehonda.com or head to the lot in the Northwest Auto Mall. We start with Calgary Flames in action last
Is there
night.
weather outside right now? Oh my God! Look at
The
it.
weather outside. Whoa! Holy.
We're going to be snowed in.
Gale Force wins.
We don't have enough booze.
Jack, grab the whiskey.
Jack,
Holy.
go get some rum.
Quickly.
Jack, let's go for a drink.
I'm down. Let's get out of here.
Hurry up, Pinder.
Yep. Okay.
See you, buddies.
So lots of fallout on the trade front. The Quinn Hughes deals goes through. We hear about the loss last night. Pike's got more on the game. Delaney breaking down what Pierre LeBrun noted on Insider Trading, which is, if you missed out on Quinn Hughes, you're looking for D. We know one that's available. Lots of activity around the Flames and Rasmus Andersson, to no surprise. Next, let's go. Bobby Germany. He's getting salty with the fantasy hockey as well. Look at this. Macklin Celebrini, empty netter. First overall pick in 2024. Fourth point of the night. Do these 4-point count since it's fantasy hockey? Ooh. Everyone's in on this. It's not even Rhett's doing the fantasy
know what?
hockey bit now.
Just like the ref bit, just like this part of this is just entertainment.
Yeah,
Right?
we're on the
We
YouTube.
gotta-
So can't be taken us seriously.
can't always be serious about things. Remember the paper bag or the plastic bag in the wind?
Yeah.
That's me.
You're the plastic bag.
Wind. Yeah, I got lots of wind.
Michael Backlund played game number 1100 last night. He
I heard-
left the game in Los Angeles, was questionable to play. He did indeed hit the ice and play.
Since like 2015, he's played like over 800 games. Like, remember when he was hurt?
He was a
Early
hurt
on?
bag like the first 5 years of his career, and all of a sudden he's cracked the top dozen of Swedes. This was before yesterday's
Who
game.
the hell cares, you goddamn Swedes? We're not cheering for you pricks. Canada.
And
Isn't that what Don would say?
let's quick.
Something like that. Yeah.
I can do it. Give you that. These Swedish
There you
meatballs,
go.
they're terrible because they're softer than puppy poop. Nick Lindstrom, what's he ever done? Hall of Famer. Sundin, Sedin, Hall of Famer. Big guy, come on.
Wait,
Go
are
eat some pickled herring.
wait, stop.
Yeah.
Just stop yourself for once, Ryan.
Yeah, what's up?
Fantasy. Those are fantasy.
A lot of fantasy hockey players in here. Goodness.
Huh.
3 active: Carlson, Hedman, and Backlund. I know that you guys are not the presidents of the Michael Backlund fan club, but no one ever would have suggested this guy would hit the 1,000 and
I
1,100. He
think
was such a hurt bag the first 5 years.
Because
Kudos.
of my poor treatment of Michael,
Mhm.
I have to clarify. When I heard he got 1,100 games last night, I looked inside my soul.
Yep.
And I said, "You've been an ignorant prick to that man."
You're talking to yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Some reflection, because it's
Ignorant
that time of year, right, Dino?
That's right.
And so then I'm like, I've never been wrong, so I have to spin this into
Right.
some sort
How do I
of
win
I
this?
was right,
Yeah.
but so here's what it is.
Okay.
I think Backlund's one hell of a player. He's been miscast on this squad.
Ooh.
He would put him with some stud players, and he's got cup rings.
He'd be a hell of a third line center.
Yes.
Unfortunately, he's been
When
a
you're
second line
at,
center
you're,
most of his
he
career.
doesn't score. Well, he's not
He's
a
not
scorer.
going to score. He's never going to score. He has never scored.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
And I wasn't wrong, but it was just
Here's a tidbit you might not have seen. We
Yeah.
all know Rasmus Andersson's in the news for pending free agent status. Teams are interested. Right shot D are rare. We showed you the clip from Insider Trading. But what about Nazem Kadri and maybe even the Minnesota Wild? Anthony DeMarco from dailyfaceoff.com dove into the Quinn Hughes trade and ended up going on quite a tangent surrounding the second line, well, I guess top line center in Calgary, Nazem Kadri. Okay, makes $7 million on the books till 2029. He's 35, but would fit right in with a Guerin type of team. Okay, we continue, Anthony. What else have we got here? The other wrinkle, he's got a 13-team no-trade list. And it does include Minnesota. They just moved Rossi, the young center. They've got some good center depth. I love Joel Eriksson-Ek if he's your third line center, to your point about Backlund. Kadri can be your 2, and then you play Boldy up top? My goodness.
the problem with the Kadri thing is that there's other guys like him on teams in similar situations.
O'Reilly for sure.
And St. Louis and Nashville.
Sorry, Nashville's would be O'Reilly. Shen in St. Louis. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's Can I would like to take a stab at this.
Okay,
at some
fire.
point. Some of these guys have these no trades or,
Yeah,
or short lists,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
How hard is it if we just had the list up behind us? Because I know we could probably narrow it down.
I think we could easily come up with 5 places he's not going, and then we'll just keep adding to 13. Now, here's the thing. When Nazem wrote that list, the Minnesota Wild probably didn't have Kirill Kaprizov locked in or Quinn Hughes on the roster.
And Kadri hated with a passion that Parisi got.
Oh, there you go. See,
Couldn't
didn't
stand
know that. And he hates St. Louis. You're in division now. You can really stick it
just
to him.
making
He's just garbage bag in the wind. Anyway, something to watch. He's on the no trade list until that's clarified.
If
I
I
don't
was
expect
a
us to
writer,
do
could I just go write it like I do
He
on the
cited
show?
sources
I
in
could
there.
just
Right.
oh,
No, you
have
know
to
what?
have
You
sources.
just got to cite sources.
You know what you'd be better? Because for that, sources, you should be a blogger. Because then it's just opinion. You don't
Just-
just be free and loose with all your opinions.
Where do you do
Let it
that?
fly.
I just feel like we're such a professional outfit. I'm not ready to share opinions yet on the show.
Where do you do that? Well, like where do you go to blog?
On the inner blog.
Flamesnation.ca.
How do you get
We can get you a blog.
No,
Oh,
get
yeah.
me the website.
Get Jack to write it for you.
Is
He's
there a
awesome.
website?
Sure. I think so.
Schedule for the Flames 2-game homestand coming up.
I got a
First game
Christmas
back
blog.
against a cranky Seattle club. They've dropped 8 of 9 now.
9.
9 of 10? Is that what
9
it
of
was?
10
'Cause
now.
didn't
It was
they
8 of 9
lose?
yesterday.
Well, what's more
They had
surprising?
a lead against
the fact-
Colorado and blew it in the third period last night at home.
It's 9 of 10, Ryan.
Oh, jeez.
So what's more surprising, that or their start?
Their start.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what I
They're
thought they
not
were.
that good.
Yeah.
Goosh.
It's a heavy
They
gooch.
only have one good player.
And Montour left with injury.
Oh,
Now they don't even have a good
Well,
player.
maybe
shouldn't have
Beniers.
signed him anyway. Idiots.
Well, I mean,
That's a backpack. I should see. That's me going into my backpack.
at
now.
least you're being honest about it. What did he get you over the hump of? Being
Nothing.
in the bottom 5?
First time
Probably
I
not.
had a backpack was in 1999.
Could have gone 10 of 10 if you didn't have him. Eh?
Stupid Montour screwed
Broke
it
my
up.
ankle in the finals and was going through the
Yeah.
Toronto airport.
Yeah.
I'm trying to carry a bag
Yeah.
with crutches.
No,
That's hard
Effing
to do, yeah.
impossible.
Yeah.
backpack.
Leather backpack. Look at that.
Leather.
That's what I
God,
do.
you're fancy, eh?
Well, I was rich.
Where is it now?
Those have been good days.
I don't
Do
know.
you still use it?
No.
And you said that was back when
I
first
don't take
class was
notes.
really cheap, remember?
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Did you realize?
I just love that.
Well,
First
no,
class has
but
gone up.
there used to be a rule. If you booked day of, you got bumped right to first class.
God, what a deal. What a rule. Man.
Great rules. Come on.
Now, here's how bad things are going in Seattle. Lost 9 of 10. Next opponent for the Flames.
Frickin' Seattle.
They had the hot start. They got expectations all out of whack.
Get on
they
your
have
woke asses and do something right.
post-game press conference with their head coach. Used to coach on the island. I'm all of a sudden
Lambert.
Thank you. Lane Lambert.
He's from
And
Saskatchewan, by the way.
so how does a post-game scrum work? Well, all the media gather and ask questions. How did it work last night in Seattle? The one guy that writes for the Seattle Kraken website was allowed to ask questions. Nobody else. Oof.
Really?
You're in censoring media phase. Not good. This is a blog that Rhett shares his opinions on called Sound of Hockey. Of course, the Puget Sound is where Seattle's located. That's not a good look on a team that has been
Let's
pretty
pick this apart.
publicly
dude.
smart in their entire existence.
What are you talking about? Are there a bunch of reporters in that room?
Yes.
Did they
none were allowed to ask
question?
questions.
What do you mean they're not allowed? They live in fucking America. It's a free country. They can do what they want.
It's
I'm sorry, I'm swearing. Wound up.
You
you
are?
really are. You've been great today.
Yeah.
What do you?
Here's the mic for questions. And Jimbo McGillicuddy, the staff writer for SeattleKraken.com, you'll ask the questions today. No one else.
You know what? Now you're just a bunch of phony balonies out there.
You're-
Hey, coach, how great is our logo? It's really great.
Do you like the ring?
Yeah.
How about all the screens?
They blew a lead in the third period against the top team of hockey. They lost 8 of 9. So looked like some positive developments on special teams. Do you want to elaborate on that? Like just the grossest state media questions you've ever heard. Ew.
There's a lot of that.
At least they got him on tour. Oh, he's hurt. Okay. Happy birthday in order to a former Calgary Flame and one of the toughest guys. Him and Rob Ray, cut from the same cloth. Craig Berube,
I had to
60.
fight that guy.
What were you thinking?
What? Had to.
What's like
Twice.
Warner? Go get him.
What?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Tell us how it went.
He actually said, we're
Kid?
fighting in Philly. I just traded Buffalo, so I was trying to.
Oh, yeah, you got to impress your teammates.
Yeah. And so we're fighting, and he's at the end. He's like, "You're pretty strong." I said, "I drink whiskey too."
I drink whiskey too.
Well, you see that look on the one on the right there, where he's wearing the white helmet.
Yeah.
You don't know this, but didn't like getting his picture taken. Bit the photographer's nose off.
Really?
Yeah, bit it right
Right
off.
No
off.
spider. And apparently likes to unwind with a bathtub full of 75 beers.
Bathtub full of beer. Alleged.
You know who has stories about him? Maybe he was telling him. I don't remember.
That's why we're referencing it. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Day. There was some doozies on the head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Happy 60th, Craig. Here's to another great 60. What a tough nut. Love it. Cup winner. Oh, my Chief.
Calahoo.
Speaking of Seattle, they're becoming an issue here, fellas. Look at the that hot start they had. They're now under 500. They are bottom 5 of the NHL.
9 out of 10.
9 of 10.
So they were like 11-4.
That's a good start.
Somewhere there, yeah.
Holy F.
Lane Lambert thought they were good. That's
I
why he's
wouldn't
getting
let any
snippy.
reporters in the room.
Yeah. It's the media's fault, really, when you think about it.
They've been too hard on
The
me.
questions have been too tough, and the guys can't handle that.
Hey,
Yeah.
coach.
You're stressing my players out there, Terwilliger.
Turkey or beef at the Christmas
They don't eat turkey or
How
beef out
dare
in
you.
Seattle.
Yeah, what are they,
Tofu.
the crusty rind or something, the
Creeps.
vegan fake meat.
Yeah.
Apple leather. Delicious.
Great news for the Flames, boys. And we got another doozy tonight as St. Louis is in action against another bottom dweller. We'll get to that in our Bet365 bets later on. Let's get to NHL news quickly. Last night, there's your finals. A lot of close games, a couple blowouts. You noted it. Liam Ogren, the winger picked up in the Quinn Hughes deal, scores his first. Thatcher Demko's back, gets the shutout. JT Miller.
Pinder might be onto something.
It's another
Option.
Rangers loss. They've been
At
shut,
home.
they've been shut out at home 6 times in 17 home games.
Mondani. They're not going to play for you.
In 10 of the 17 home games, they've scored 1 or less.
They're not going to
Oh
play
my
for you.
God, 10 of 17.
Have you been to New York lately? It's a real
And the Canucks 2-0 since the Zeev Boyum trade. That's what they're calling it out there.
Oh, yeah. They're not calling it the Quinn Hughes
Yeah,
deal.
it's the Zeev Boyum trade. 2-0.
We got to put a spin on that.
It's the
somewhere.
Zeev Leo
Zeev
Marco
B.
first deal. Yeah. ZVB.
B. I'll work on it.
Okay.
BDB.
I'll
Yeah.
work on it.
Let us know how that
I'll put
goes.
on my blog.
And look at that. Seattle bottom right. They were up after 40. How'd it go? Now you lost by 2. God.
You're right there.
Damn it.
Yeah. Lane.
Hey, moral victories. Chalk went up in the column there for Lane.
Oh, the Leafs came. Oh, Chicago. Come on.
Yeah, and they were without
What are you
Bedard
doing?
too. That would have been a big win.
They're up
Matthews
2-0.
got goals. They got 2 in a hurry. They came back. Matthews a goal and an assist.
Did you say you wanted him yesterday on our team?
No, I was saying that they were. Well, we know it was Noodles and his boys. They're like, Jarry's got to be better.
He does have to be better.
I was just saying, imagine having a 50 goal guy on your roster and still.
World class sniper.
The issue being the 50 goal guy's on pace for probably 20 something right now. He's got to get her going, and he did last night.
You know what?
You're right. Run him out of town.
Don't run him out. Just
You
needs
know
to be
what?
better.
Anderson.
One
Let's
for
go.
one.
You
The
need
deal
a
was 1
D,
for 1.
We need a center.
Think all the cap space they're going to pick up on that deal? Like 10 million?
Spend it
Oh,
at
Tree's
all
going
the
to be
other
thrilled.
guys that want to play.
Yeah.
for him.
Fax it in. Leon Draisaitl, 1,000 points last night. He joins McDavid as an active Oiler with
What are you
1,000
doing?
points.
We've
Talking
covered
about the
this. We don't need to
Keep
see
moving.
this.
Bad news for the Philadelphia Flyers. Tyson Forster, he gone. 5 months.
That's a bad break, then.
They're not going to be in the Cup final. That might be a seller at the deadline.
Is that are you saying because of it's a bad break because of the surgery, or just that's
Broken
bad
break.
luck?
Well, I think it's. I don't know.
Because I'm just waiting. Because is it bad luck?
Yeah.
Good then. Flyers forward Trevor Zegras, goals in 4 straight.
Trev.
T-Bone.
33 points in 32 games this year for the
It's
Flyers.
been very good.
Could have got him for
You
a
know
bag
what?
of magic
The
beans.
nice thing is that we maybe said that's the kind of guy he didn't
Take a chance.
Maybe take a chance. This guy's cheap as chips right now. If he doesn't turn out,
He's needing a deal. I wonder what's going to happen. Philly might have to give him the bag, which would be great. That means he's been
or
good.
trade his ass for.
More than they've traded to get him. Yep, 100%. We'll keep moving. Also plays
Asset
plays a bit of
management team.
Keep it moving.
Keep moving.
Keep
Tonight's
it
games, 5 of them. Kings
5.
at Cats. I saw the
Oh.
only other edition of this in November in LA. Panthers were very good without a lot of their best players. Kings, they're in Florida now. The Mammut, they're on a bit of a skid too. Haven't been playing great. They get the Wings, who are back from their 6-game road trip that we saw them pass through Alberta and Vancouver. Jets.
First
and
round
Blues.
matchup last year.
That's right.
Jets and Blues. If there's
They'll
a
be
second left
booing-
in Game 7, it's not over yet.
Yeah, they'll be booing Lowry, public enemy number 1 in St. Louis.
Eh,
You know,
where?
St. Louis.
Like it. Carolina and Nashville. We'll see if they're hungover or not. And all right, it is the Devils who are limping into Vegas. We'll touch that one in a bit as well. NFL, Tua should have retired because now you're benched.
He's benched.
They are going to start a 7th-round quarterback by the name of Quinn
Ewers.
Hughes? No, he's in Minnesota.
Yeah, no, Quinn Ewers.
Quinn Hughes.
Hughes.
Yours?
Ewers is the quarterback.
Yours.
Hughes is the D-man.
Saying it wrong. I think you know what? I feel good for Tua because
He's gonna
Tua
get paid out
don't
of
need
it.
to have his head getting banged around no more out on the stupid field playing for that stupid team.
And it's not like his play is garnering him a lot of fanfare. He can just maybe slide into the background a bit here. He's owed like $100 million the next 2 years. It is getting ugly.
For who?
Dolphins. They cut him. They have a huge cap hit.
Yeah.
Well, it's not.
They got to figure out what to do with them.
Why do you care about the Dolphins? You
It's just
Wilsey
NFL
and
news.
cahoots?
Oh, I love the Dolphins. Yeah.
Him and Wilsey.
Thicker than thieves.
This guy's he's living on Easy Street now.
Good.
Good.
T's and P's to Wells. I didn't even think about that with this. What a tough year.
Yep.
Hill gone. Now this
Hill
guy.
gone.
Oh, man. Why did this happen last week? Then it would stop dumping it off to H-An. I'd be in the GD semifinals.
It's not your fault. It's
Not
just
your
a shitty matchup.
Yeah.
You
All
got a
right.
juggernaut.
Yep.
Anytime you can go to Quinn Hughes, you got to do it.
Yeah, you can do it. Well, you know what? Phil got picked up. Or
Phil's starting again.
oh, God.
What are they doing?
Unbelievable.
I just think about that locker room where what are the kids, the other quarterbacks are sitting there.
Yeah.
And the 44-year-old grandpa with the
Literally.
belly is walking around.
Yeah.
You got any A5, 3-5? My back.
Dadgummit, my back's tightened up.
I think I got my gout's flaring up. And they're like, this guy's
shoot.
starting in.
Ahead of me, I'm screwed.
I'm out.
Thursday night football. We got a good one. Let's take a peek. This is tomorrow night, and there it is.
Well, I can't cheer for
Top
Seattle. I just
two
would take a run,
teams
so.
in the NFC West. One will win the division, it looks like, although San Fran's not out of it yet. This is a heavyweight tilt in Seattle in December. Give us some weather. It's perfect TV. That's tomorrow night.
Somebody's going to have
Odds have not changed since yesterday. It's still Rams by 1 in Seattle, and the money line's even. It's odd to see a spread of 1 and the money line even. Maybe a little value in the Rams money line there. Someone has to explain that to me. I've never seen that before. We'll keep moving. Calgary Stampeders have locked up their bell cow running back. Dedrick Mills is back. All the thrills with Mills. He led the CFL in rushing this year. Nice to have him back in the fold. Big man, great runner, big piece of the turnaround this year for the Stamps.
He's a, you know what? We talked to Dave about it a few times when he would come on this year. He will punish you. He is a running back that
Keep getting him.
some guys are shifty and it's like, oh, well, trying to, maybe I'll run out of bounds, or maybe I'll just lower my pads and I'll put it right in your sternum.
This is not a scat back.
Yeah,
Don't
he's
wanna-
a tough bastard.
Skip it up, you that beat it.
Congrats, buddy.
Rhett, this for you. I think probably what happens is sometimes we get in our trenches and we really want to be right about something, but I've been told that Evan Bouchard is a good defensive player.
I need a beep mule.
You did fuck it up.
I do love beep.
God damn it, Jack.
Tell us about the beep.
It's delicious.
No one else knows. It's good. Just roll. Hey, beep.
We have what's drink number 10 for the holiday spirits?
It's a wild card.
It's the Christmas wild card.
If this could just come through.
Could we have a vodka beep for our 10th drink of the
I
day?
would love a vodka beep to wrap up the day.
Vodka beep,
Yes,
please.
I would like to start the day.
Jack, have
end
you ever
the
heard of
day.
beep?
No, I asked Ryan, what is beep?
And I said, it's a
And he
joke from
said,
the old
"Just
show. I'm
wait."
not
Well,
explaining.
and what's crazy is that's one of those newer cartons with the twist
got
top.
Yeah, that is
so.
When's the expiry on that? Look at the dates.
It's still. Where are we find it's a beep?
Vodka beep.
Vodka beep. God, I miss that guy.
Vodka beep.
Heart hurts.
Start your day bright with beep for breakfast.
Beep for breakfast. I love it.
Yeah, a little beep screwdriver would be the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Good. That looks new, or are they just AI in this?
I don't know. I
I
want a
think-
vodka beep.
I'm going on the chat GPTs or the AI, and I'm going to see if I can find some.
Get yourself
Where
some beep.
DM Red if you know where to
can
get some
I
beep.
Yeah, slide into his socials.
Buy beep,
Beep?
Nice.
Beep?
beep, drink.
I
Boom.
like it.
That's your Pinder Report on this Wednesday, December 17th for our good friends at Village Honda. If you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle, we're talking over 90 units on the lot, access to more than 500 in the dealer group. Check out the inventory at the lot or online. But as Dean always says, don't go test driving when it's plus 25 and sunny. This is test drive weather. Head up to Village Honda. Tell them we say hi.
Yeah, like right now, maybe not because it's literally like out of
Almost. There's no effing way I'm driving in this snowstorm.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah,
this-
pull and shoot
this
on dinner.
downtown dinner is not happening.
No, it's terrible.
It looks like a scene out of those movies where everybody's snowed in.
Yeah.
You know, where something
I'm
happens.
This
happy
is a
to
snow
It's like,
globe.
oh, these
If you're not sick, I'll sleep over.
this family that butts heads and they can't get along. Well, now they're having to spend the holidays together because they've been snowed in. What's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
happen? Some
You gotta-
chicanery and tomfoolery.
Where's beep?
If
from?
you stay
it
out
foot?
of the Aussies underwear drawer, you're welcome to stay in the basement.
Where is beep from?
Jack's not invited.
Whoa.
we got to change the topic. Dean, you're driving the bus.
Oh, okay.
Back to you, Dean.
Beep is
Um,
from where?
Well, I'm just going to say Manitoba because
I
I
think it's
saw it a
all
lot when I was growing up.
Oh, East, young man. Haven't
it?
you been told
Ontario?
California's full of whiskey? Nova Scotia.
Oh,
Is that
wow.
right?
East Coast. No wonder it's so good.
Yeah, you damn
little-
Islanders.
Put a little screech in your beep.
This might be hard then to get.
I don't know. Would that be
Screech is
good?
Newfoundland. It's not Nova Scotia. But this
I
is
know,
pretty
but I
close.
know what you mean. I'm actually trying to see if I'm trying to taste.
It might
it
take
in
the
my
edge
mind.
off the screech. The screech has got a lot of
Screech
edge.
is heavy.
It won't do
Screech is
anything
coming
for
up
the
on
hooch.
the 23rd for me. Oof. Really?
It'll just
Homemade options. If you want to
What?
recreate the beef drink, there are several recipes available.
it'll just put color in the hooch. There's no.
It's basically
that.
tang, right?
It's kind of
Tie and tang.
high end.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Tang.
an orange
Don't
colored drink.
Tang. I was told that it could clean things.
Outdoor Dental
Look at this. They got different flavors.
Really?
Sorry. Juicy secret.
might stain your teeth. And if it does,
Cold press.
Dr. J. Patel will get you on the right track.
That boy, Dr. J.
It's the Soleil laser. It is revolutionizing the way the dental field is. I mean, look at it. They'll take anybody.
Dentistry for the homeless.
Yeah.
We love you, Outdoor Dental.
Where you used to maybe you needed scans done of your teeth, or if you'd have different trays, you'd have to wear different things in your mouth that were uncomfortable, and you'd avoid the dental office altogether. Well, not with the Soleil laser. It takes just seconds. No needles, no drills. And as we've been telling you for a long time, because Outdoor Dental is an OG on this show, snoring treatments, 2 15-minute treatments, the soft palate in the back of your throat, they tighten that up. It's non-surgical. And who doesn't have a couple of 15-minute blocks in their life to eliminate snoring?
This time of year is snory season.
It's like Jack. See how Jack is when he's not getting the right amount of sleep?
Oh, he's a disaster.
He's not getting quality
Absolute
sleep.
shits.
Yeah.
Outdoor.dental is the website. Dr. J. Patel. Dr. J, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
H&H.
Appreciate your continued
holidays.
support. And for the Barneys out there, support Dr. J. Patel. Go
I bet
online,
people
check it
reaching
out.
out. Hey, where's that? You did that story.
Book it in.
Outdoor.dental.
Book it in. Book it in.
I was thinking about Dr.
You gotta
J
use
shower
up here.
today.
You got to use up all your spending.
Yeah, it's the end of the
before
year. If you got
January
some, get in there.
1. Get in there.
Yep.
It's busy there. Go,
Get
go,
in there.
go.
Get in there.
The beep I'm found is from Thailand. I don't think
That's the different kind.
That's a different thing. Yeah. Yeah. That's a different thing.
Yeah, it's some beep at a full moon party. That's not the same beep.
No.
I want to go to one of those. I've never done
I thought it
something
would be
like
fun.
I asked you in the pre-show if you had the jaw rule. The jaw rule.
Did
clip.
Ja Rule go viral?
He did.
Like recently?
that. Farmers Cooperative.
Well, you know, I'm a big golfer.
Yeah, you
Oh,
are.
huge.
I love the game.
You're a
How
stick.
many memberships you got now?
So many. Yeah. I get invited to a lot of charity events or celebrity events.
Long drive events.
Yeah. And those can be they can be a lot of fun. You never know who you're going to get paired up with, what other celebrities and fun people are kicking around.
Yeah.
Well, Ja Rule, the same thing. Loves golf. Is actually
Oh, no way.
he's a very good golfer.
Better than
Yeah.
you.
He's one of those sneaky, really good golfers.
Better than you?
This was a Derek Jeter, I believe. A
Jeez.
Derek Jeter charity event, a celebrity golf event.
Gift baskets for everyone. That's
And you can take a look. This is Ja. Baby girl, put it on me. Ja Rule teeing off. Is that if we got a wood? You can let it go.
That's an
Jack.
iron.
Is that he's got
I
some
gotta
iron?
ignore y'all right now. I gotta put this thing up.
Put it on me.
Baby girl, put it on my shin. Sorry, I stepped on it because he's kind of he's calling his shot here off the start.
I gotta ignore y'all right now. I gotta put this thing up.
The guy in the mic. God damn.
God damn! God damn!
Damn.
I love because even the crowd, it's just make out like it's not like it didn't hurt, or just like they're like, oh my god!
Put this thing up.
Look at the guys in behind him to the left.
Yeah.
Everyone just turns away. Guys on his knees.
Oh, dear.
Come on, Jaw.
It'll
Can't be
happen.
having that. I'll tell you what, you'll never see that from me. Never.
I've been on it with him.
I almost killed that Marshall that time we played.
You did. I don't know how you didn't.
That windshield
To be
saved
fair.
a life.
Yeah.
I did that to one of my buddies, and I haven't golfed since.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
don't be a quitter, Jack.
Why is he
Yeah,
standing
like
in front of you? He knows you're got a club in your hand. I hit it
know.
backwards. Stand behind the guy.
General rules of golf here. Get
Etiquette.
behind me.
Let's take a look at our
Put
Bet365
it on
bets
me.
of the day. Bet365, the official gaming partner of Barn Burner. We love them. You love them. The best app in the business.
Ooh.
Never ordinary at Bet365. If you've not done it, download the app today. Use the promo code NATION when you sign up.
Nation. Let's take a peek at a couple hockey games tonight. We'll start with the Vegas Golden Knights hosting the New Jersey Devils. Devils are in a bad way. They've dropped 7 of 9.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Vegas is rolling 6-1-1 in their last 8. And Jack Eichel is the engine. As he goes, so go the Golden Knights. I like Vegas to win. They're huge favorites. Eichel 2 shots, does it in his sleep seemingly every game, and a point. All seem pretty easy. Throw those together, you get plus 110. Not a huge number, but all very likely outcomes. We'll see. And we're going to go big game hunting, thinking about 2026 on the way. We're going to start doing some tankathons, lottery balls. What if you gave out 3 points tonight with the Jets and the Blues? Let's get to overtime. 3 points. 3 points. 3 points. Plus 400 for overtime. Last game the Jets played, choked a third period lead and lost in overtime to the Senators.
Wow.
Let's go.
It's the trendy thing to do.
It is. It's so in right now.
Mhm.
There you have it.
Yeah, sharing's caring. How about 3 points? You get one, I'll take 2. You
Sure.
take whatever, yeah.
Download the app, get in the game with Bet365. Must be 19 years of age or older. Game props, player props, totals, the money line. Bet365. Super chat.
Tell me there's a beep update.
I'm not sure. We've got our best people on it.
We got bugle meals. We need beat meals.
Money here going to the youth centers of Calgary. There's the working man. Hey, working man. Randomly at work last night, I started chanting 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. Thanks a lot, Pinder.
That's literally just after we were chanting it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well
Amazing.
done. He's dialed in working, man.
Yeah,
He's
he
here
is.
every day. He doesn't miss a beat.
He's a working man.
Working for the city.
Hey. Old Willie Barch. Time to rebuild. No more mucky middle.
They're in 31st. I'm telling you. It's
All caps.
happening. Middle is not 31 out of 32.
Top three.
Yeah.
Lottery.
William
Billy Barch.
feels like William's getting to the end of his rope. Like
Yeah.
there's some all caps in there.
Mhm.
Probably watched that game last night. You lose 6-3 to San Jose.
Wow, tough start.
He's been strung along long enough.
Celebrini 4 points.
If I had a guy last night I ran into at the rink, have the same thoughts as Willie boy.
Yeah.
I have not found one person, and you know me, I talk to everyone.
Too much.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
That has said, I really wish they'd just add a guy and make a push. Like everyone wants this team to pick
That's a good
very
point.
high this
If
summer.
you canvas,
It is not like, it's more than like it's literally everyone.
Well, remember when I said I wanted to pick apart that
I know.
it was in there that it said you were going to lose fans. I'm like, I don't think you're going to lose any fans if you
Tone deaf.
There was a
I
lot
think
in
you
that
should
one
talk
little
to those fans,
paragraph.
find out what they really want, try to provide it.
My favorite part is just kind of the insinuation that if you were to start missing the playoffs,
Right. Yeah. The culture.
because the run that's been going on here.
Yeah, the
hashtag winning culture. Yeah.
They know. I mean, he knows, right, that there hasn't been.
Yeah, but they were so close last year. They were basically.
It basically counts as playoffs.
That
yeah.
counts as.
Does that count as playoffs
God,
when
yeah.
you don't make it?
Mhm.
Or is that fantasy hop?
God, I think of that's great news for me because I come close to accomplishing a lot of things, but then not
Yeah.
doing them.
I almost beat Rhett in the first round of fantasy playoffs.
I've been doing a lot of shit.
Man.
Good for me.
You've been busy.
Oh man,
Did you guys see the almost parades in Edmonton the last 2 summers?
So
They were
good.
awesome. God, they pour out in that city.
moving on.
Working man again.
Working man, if I was to get a custom Oilers jersey made and sent to you guys,
No.
would you put it up in the studio? The number 2 in the nameplate would say
Oh.
Bouchard's Pizza. I wouldn't have it on camera.
Just send us a shirt making fun of Bouchard.
No,
don't
you know
need
what it
a
is?
jersey.
I think it's nice just to lurk in the weeds.
Okay.
Just let them do their thing.
Could
Just
do
let
this
them
right.
do their thing.
All right.
Because then when you get all aggressive, then they can stick it back in your. Oh, it's good. No, it's good. No, Jerry's awesome.
Oh, what an upgrade.
Skinner was the problem
Yep.
for sure.
Mhm.
You guys
Decor's
are set.
great.
Three's a charm.
Threes.
Yeah, or
I've
crowd.
heard that.
Third time's a crowd. Three's a charm.
3.
Yeah.
That's the magic number.
Sorry, working man. Movechkin. If
Oh.
management doesn't fully embrace a rebuild this year, I'm canceling my season tickets next year. Hashtag rebiggle.
This is the risk you run when your messaging doesn't match what's actually happening. You can piss off fans rather than being the Jay Feaster intellectual honesty.
Yeah.
You know, what do they call it? A silo? When you get in your own kind of,
Yeah.
you kind of,
Yeah.
you start believing the bullshit.
It's like groupthink. Yeah.
You don't take in You just put up walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we've got this. Yeah. I wonder if there's a little bit of.
I have confidence that they'll do the right thing.
That's still, you're walking down the same hallway, bantering and bullshitting
Yeah.
with the same people.
If Connie doesn't have keys to get in the silo,
Oh, I need Connie in the silo. It's a good point.
No, you need Connie out of the silo.
but if the
you're in-
decisions are being made
He needs
in the
keys to
silo,
the silo.
No, what I'm saying is that silo has been the silo for 30 years, and we haven't been able to get out of the silo
Yeah, the
to
fantasy
hear
hockey
the
silo.
reality of what's going on. So crack the window, break down the door.
yeah.
You know what we got to do? We got to demolish that.
We got to break them out.
The rebiggle silos got to come down.
We'll see if maybe Pike's got anything. He's doing a lot about the new building and stuff.
Yeah,
Is there
yeah,
going to be a
silo
silo
update.
going into that
He
one?
should
Because there
build-
were some exciting developments coming. I know.
He should build a some sort of backdoor access.
Yeah.
Some sort of hidden.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
I
we'll
think
see.
so. A little pike bat door. Sure.
Nick, every champ in the Cap era had a top 3 pick on their roster. Detroit, Zetterberg, Datsuk, Lidstrom are the only exception. Wish mom turned the TV off and sent my ass back to bed in 04.
Oh, Nick. I'm
Come on,
sorry,
Nick.
buddy. Nick, time will heal all wounds.
We've
You need
had
to
some
get
good
over this.
times.
Yeah. And again, the Detroit one, like that's not the Cap era.
Wish mom turned the TV off and sent my ass back to bed in
I'm
04.
sorry, Nick.
Nick, better days ahead, pal.
Thanks. The kids say thank you, Nick. You're a good man. You're helping the kids.
Isn't Huberto a top 3 pick?
Shut up, Jack.
Or is he was like, was he a 3 or I think it's
He's
5?
top 3.
Summer? Yeah.
He's a superstar, all right.
That hurts my heart, that one. That's a lot of years there. That's not fresh angst for Nick. There's Daryl Barkhouse. Merry Christmas, gents. I hear Coleman to Dallas. Don't want to lose him.
How the hell do you hear that, Daryl?
But Dallas seems
Are
a
you in
natural
that
fit.
GD silo we
He's in
just
the
talked
silo.
about? How
He's
do you
in the
get
bar
in
now.
that?
Barkos is tied in Texas for
Yeah.
sure.
Barkey.
Barkey and Jim Nell go way back.
Yeah, he knows his shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't mess with Daryl Barker.
Yeah. When Daryl barks, you just listen.
Mhm.
Yeah. Coleman, again, great goal last night.
He's very good.
He's
Despite all the
been-
runs Rhett takes at him.
He has had a terrific season.
All I say, if you're so good, play with someone else. It's my only.
But I will say again,
and I would love Blake Coleman on my team.
God, he's a
what
good
does
ad.
what does Dallas have for? Here's Rasmus and Coleman. Let's
Let's blow this
Let's
thing
shake-
up.
Enough of this.
shake the world. Let's go.
Give us some Maverick Bork. Give us your 2027
Let's go.
first. Let's find another prospect, another pick. Away we go.
Give us 50% of that minor hockey monopoly you got going on.
Oh, they got a
down
good
there.
monopoly down
Oh,
there?
yeah.
Oh,
There's
really?
front page of the USA Today.
How have I never been to Dallas?
I haven't either.
Oh,
I
you
wanna
look
go.
like a Texan.
I'm a long, tall Texan.
You Longhorn?
I'm a long, tall.
He's a big fan.
Flames
Flames
enjoyer.
enjoyer. Got the day off work because of all this snow BS, but at least
I get
I
in
get
live.
to get in live for once.
Yeah, welcome to it.
Thank you, Flames
Boy,
enjoyer.
Flames enjoyer.
$5 for the kids. Appreciate that.
I've been thinking about the Flames enjoyers that do watch this show.
Mhm.
If this club is where they are at the end of the year, we need another mega stream 12-hour draft lottery extravaganza at Rhett's house.
Well, sure. I worry about that, but
You
not
work on
about the
everything,
stream.
though. Yeah. Just that they never win anything
That's
in the
right.
lottery. Yeah.
Yeah.
The good news is if they finish dead last, can't pick lower than 3. I love the top 3 guys on the board. In fact, I'll even say 4.
I'm curious if the show's any different when you're not watching it live, and now you get to watch it live.
Well, he gets the
I
super
feel-
chat. That's what
Yeah.
he's keen on because
Yeah.
you can't super if you're listening late.
I don't like watching anything.
after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than PVR in a game you know the result to.
But that's not true because I listen to podcasts that are
Mhm.
days
Yeah,
and
it's
weeks.
probably
But we
just-
talked about a lot when you're watching it. Say you're watching a game,
Sports
it's
has to
already
be fun.
over. You're playing catch up. It's hard to kind of.
Like, is this
Don't
where they
have the
score?
passion.
Is this where they score? Is that the penalty? Is this where they score? Ruins the whole game.
Thanks, Flames enjoyer.
God bless you.
Appreciate that. Matt Hurl.
Matty Hurl.
In honor of Rhett's rage today, which rival did you hate most growing up? Shaunavon, Gull Lake, Swift? Hashtag for the kids.
For their kids.
Easy answer. Those sons to bitches in East End with their dinosaur bones and they're all high and mighty in a fancy rink.
East End.
Kiss my ass.
Oh, jeez.
East End.
Ass kiss.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and you know what? That hits harder when you're wearing the Santa hat.
Yeah,
That despite clearly the holiday spirit that you're in, that just brings you back to that anger.
We lost in this. I don't know what kind of game it would be, but it was an important game.
Oh, yeah.
friggin' EastEnders, eh?
Could never go into East. Well, they have more population. They have more
That's
people.
not fair. That's cheating.
See Rhett on his
people.
deathbed many, many years down the road. But do you have any regrets, Rhett? None. Well, there was that one time. Those sons of bitches.
Those bastards in the East End.
They got good dino bones, though.
Really?
Like architectural.
Architectural dinosaur bones.
Yeah. They are the most sturdy.
Let's go.
That's
We're
a
going to go
t-shirt.
on an architectural dig later.
That is a t-shirt. Architectural dinosaur bones.
Jonathan,
Greenaway.
Angela. If the arena in Italy isn't ready for the Olympics, why don't they just use the arenas from Turin? And
I'm going to give you a peace of mind, Jonathan.
Oh, look out.
Greenaway. It's the Olympics. And the Olympics, I believe, IOC, correct, Ryan?
Yeah, the International Olympic
Yeah,
Committee.
they
Bunch
do
of
this
crooks.
all the effing time. And
Every
you ain't going to
Olympics.
rush the Italians. They're going to take their time, do what they want.
You need espresso.
I guarantee you, they'll figure out a way, whether it's Turin, whether it's Montreal. There will be some sort of
Hartford, Pittsburgh.
Hartford,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, go to Switzerland.
Philadelphia.
It's close, whatever. It's not difficult. See, people like to cause all these big raging concerns and say,
Yeah.
well, if you just spend 30 seconds.
The other thing
and
is,
think it
too,
through.
I know there's websites and you see how quickly some of these venues fall into disrepair after the games are over.
Almost
Yeah.
immediately.
There's just no upkeep. They don't use them. And then it's,
Yeah, we didn't budget for that.
it's like, oh, what is this? Well, that's where that's the lap pool or the lane where they did the swimming.
Yeah, that's where Athens had the pool. That's where Sochi
Well,
bobsled
when
run
you
was.
send people into sewer infested waters to swim and get them E. coli and Ebola and nasty diseases,
Delicious.
the IOC is concerned for your well-being. It is kind of sad. It's
They pay all
the
those
Olympics.
athletes, right? Because they make billions and
Oh, yeah, they
billions,
get a lot.
billions and billions on the TV rights,
Billions.
and they're paying for the venue.
Yeah, it's not a corrupt thing at all.
Definitely not crooks.
Mm-mm.
Got it.
Mm-mm.
Remember when you had to bribe them with guns and hookers? That's how the Salt Lake games came into.
Bill Holden.
Billy's back. Hubie's really only every
Ever going to see
fuck
one year?
Bill, figure it out.
Bill,
Speak English for
Don't
Christ's
put it
sake.
on us, Bill. Interpret your bullshit.
Hubie's got 5 years left, and he's saying he's going to get one playoffs.
Hubie's really only gonna see 1 year of playoffs with the Flames at most likely. That's a
He's
bad
saying
sentence.
that's a 5-year
That sentence
rebuild.
structure.
You know what?
There's a
This
lot.
makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah,
I know.
Jack, is this your burner? Or do you have a burner in the comments?
Jack's like, yeah.
He's
I agree
really
with
only
Bill.
going to ever see 1 year of playoffs with the Flames.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Well, until that bad back flares up. Hopefully that's
Until he
not
threw the
playoffs.
Y on the word ever, and that because that makes it every.
It's a different word indeed.
Sorry, Bill.
Sorry, Jack.
It's a good statement. You might not be wrong. I don't.
Yeah. But fantasy hockey.
Yeah. Love fantasy hockey.
Hey, if that guy hoists the cup above his head on old Saddledome Rise Way,
Yeah.
That's the one.
we're Hubie forever.
Yep.
Hubie fever.
I prefer my Hubie, the one with the crab legs.
Yeah, he looked good.
You know what you're
They're
gonna
both
get out of
obscenely
that.
wealthy, judging by how many king crab legs they
Yep.
have. Is he pulling in 10 and a half a year
Yep.
US too?
Hooch and crab legs.
Attaboy, Hubes.
That was a good one today.
Very
You're
good.
not even going to ask Jack, eh? You're that confident.
How was the show, Jack?
You guys were great. You brought all the energy. Rhett,
First star.
first star of the show.
Yeah, when you don't sleep and you get grumpy, it really helps.
See, that doesn't work for me. Because
Yeah,
I
'cause
was
you're eight.
shit.
Yeah, but you're stressed out. Yeah, but you didn't sleep because you were working. I didn't sleep.
It's not true. You know what? We had to pivot a lot there. Stuff was coming
Yeah,
up
Noodles,
with Jamie. We had to
boom.
find
Yeah.
get
You're
to
too
Bobby
hard on
Heenan. Let's do this.
yourself.
You're good, Jack.
Jack,
Good,
we don't.
good
we
show
don't
today, Jack.
Trust me, we
Thanks,
don't
guys.
expect anything.
Hey, Jack, drinks on Elmos tonight. Drinks on Elmo.
I'm a little bit worried about that. It's looking a little ugly out there.
It's
We got snow globe going right now. This is what that is. You know, they'll shake it,
it is
up. and
very
it's snow
where
globe.
we're sitting
outside.
right now.
Open up that window.
There is snow piling up on the sill outside.
Yes, and we're the second floor. Oh my God.
The weather outside is baby, it's cold outside.
The fella, we got the big meeting coming up.
Ow!
He texts. He's like, "Hey, like,
Are we gonna be able to make?
you want to do this tomorrow? Like, what do you like?"
I gotta call in
Yeah, but
3
you
minutes.
tell me you tucked your shirt in today?
I'm already tucked, Matt. Like, God, can't
Damn
go
it.
doing this to me.
Now you're gonna tuck another day?
3 straight tuck days.
Triple tuck? You're asking me to triple
No,
tuck?
We're
Not
doing this
happening.
today. That is shitty out there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
look at that wind.
Oh,
Jeez.
I was gonna park closer, and I actually said, it's nice out. Who cares?
This looks like, you know what? This looks like Christmas Eve. Rudolph is like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, it could get
Needs
lost.
that red light. Not a boy, Rudy.
yeah, all got kicked out of all those reindeer games.
My idiot kids. I almost had to tackle them to get them to wear a jacket today. Like, it's fine. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
the weather changes quick.
yeah. Kids are stupid.
They're
God, they're dumb.
Kids are so stupid.
Love you, kids.
Mine admitted defeat yesterday.
Oh, that's a great achievement.
Was leaving the home jacketless to go to a hockey game
As a teenager does.
where he doesn't play. He's hurt, so he wasn't playing.
Oh dear.
It was instructed upon him that throw it on.
Perhaps. Good idea.
If it's a warm rink,
I was taken off.
off it goes. Leaving the rink. Thank goodness you told me to bring this jacket then. It was freezing in here. Oh, the hockey rink.
Because see, it could have
It
gone
was
the other
cold.
way, where even if he was feeling in his own bread,
Oh, yeah.
I'm so thankful I brought this coat. He would never have
Admit.
the ability to bring it up to you or admit it. So good on him.
Mhm.
And good on you. And
good
remember,
on
there's
you.
no losing. There's only winning and learning.
That's right, Ryan.
God, this, I mean, what a way to end the show. What a way to end the show. But be better tomorrow, Jack. All right.
I got you.
See you, buddies.